now. I'm gonna stream to Twitch now. Sorry, that's the music that plays.
I see.
More Splatoon final Splatfest with a I'm gonna infinite loop for a moment to make sure the audio is working. Yeah, I can hear myself. It's probably being picked up on my system sounds. So, there we go. Okay, so that's working. Make sure that's paused. I'm gonna make sure that's updated. Oh wait, I forgot to grab my Twitch channel.
While you're setting this up, I think I'm just gonna go use the bathroom one time before we get started.
Okay. Yeah, I'm streaming now. It's just, you know.
Well, this is still a good opportunity for me. I'll be right back.
This time with commentary. Doot, 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 doot. I'm gonna hardly. Okay, I should be good. Just gonna like put that down there, that there. I mean, I can't really see. I can't really see any of. Yeah, while I'm playing, I'm not gonna be able to see the chat. I wish I had a second screen. The madman. I'll only be able to check chat between rounds. Here, let me get Splatoon up. My grandpa's playing this. That comment. Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna tab in for Splatoon. Squids, infinite squids. Oh no. Oh no, now people are gonna have to suffer through us. Oh
well,
no.
I'm back and I'm all set for what that's worth.
Yeah, before I get started, I'll have to make sure ATB appeared, so I think that was him, was it? Oh gosh, my chair. Yeah. We'll see how he thinks of the audio setup, because I actually had to, like, delay both my system sounds and my voice.
So that they're, like, equal to each other?
Yeah. Also, the reason why I can't use it on a mobile device is my phone is terrible. Unless one of my brothers, like, suddenly appears in my room and hands me their phone as a miracle of everything. Yeah. Plus, I shouldn't be checking it while playing because this is serious. Audio is a bit quiet. Is that in general or wait, which audio? The game audio? I think the audio doesn't exist unless I'm tabbed away. Here, now, here, let me press the buttons. Tell me how it sounds as the announcements go right now. Hold on to your tentacles! No, what? Wait for it, okay. Two brave Inklings prepare to meet their destiny. Battling, they're battling, aren't they? Some of these funniest ecosystem. Okay, let me actually get to the Let me get here. How does it sound?
I hear squid flopping.
Okay, let me check the chat to see how they think it sounds with the squid flopping. This is gonna be a little weird. I don't know if it's like, okay, one second. I'm gonna see if I can listen to it on my Twitch really quick. This is gonna infinite loop for a moment.
Oh boy.
I just, well, I mean, it's like a couple seconds delay, so it's not like horrible buzzing happens.
Right.
Come on, Twitch, let me see my own video. You can do it. I gotta refresh the page, don't I? Okay, so audio is quiet in general? One second. Oh, you know what? My microphone was turned down a little. So what about now? Can you talk a little, Gold? See if they.
Sure.
Yeah, this should have made it loud enough. Sorry, my microphone was turned down. That's why it was so quiet.
Yeah, so I suppose if I sound the same as him, then we know that it's all in one place. But if I sound quiet and he doesn't, then we have a problem to look into. Sure. We don't want a problem to look into.
Sorry, my microphone was turned down. That's why. Oh gosh, I'm infinite looping us.
So I suppose.
Okay, we sound fine now. We sound fine now, but I need to turn the game up a little, I think.
Okay.
Okay, let's try about there. Now how does it sound? This is so dumb. Okay, what do I do?
Well, it'll all pay off the longer we play.
Okay, one second. Oh gosh! It made it so much louder. That's such a small amount. How does it make it so much louder? 1 second. Just a little bit less than that. Sorry, this is experimental. I've never done console stuff with a guest. Could be a bit quieter. Yeah. Let's see. How's this now?
It's trial and error until we get it right.
I'm sorry, chat, for the infinite loop. I think that's perfect. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Now I can get back to the Splatooning. So we played a bit yesterday, but I didn't commentary that because I didn't want to bother with all this setup. So, I'm gonna, I guess, just finish off. I am a Marie fan because, forget all of you, I do what I want, and now I can't read the chat. So, are we gonna try to sync up like we did last time?
We should try it at least one time.
Okay, so on go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
It would be fantastic if we happen to get in the first one at the same time and we just stay together the whole time. It doesn't look like it this time.
Yeah, I'm not even in a battle yet. Oh my gosh, it was torture. So yesterday when I was no commentary streaming it, sorry if, like, I don't know if this is recording in stereo, but I have to pull a cord over. There we go, much more comfortable. No, the last fight we did for the evening. And we finally get in and fight on the same team. It was cruel. It was nasty. It was horrible. And
yeah.
I think I'm going to be, like, tabbing between... Okay, there's no new chat, so... I'll every time a battle ends, I'll tab out to check on the chat as much as I can.
That's a good idea.
Just for the people like interaction. That's why people watch live streams. You know how. Then again, can't you put the chat up?
I probably can.
Yeah, go to my Twitch page. I've just linked it on Twitter.
Match is starting.
Oh well.
When your first match starts, you should notice right away what I was talking about, that something different is going on today than normal.
I mean, if I can hear it, because, like, I need... Okay, chat, tell me... I'm gonna do something that'll probably just, you know, make everything... Oh no, it's starting. Oh, I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
In my headphones, Kyle is incredibly loud.
Oops.
So... I knew it would be this music. Yes! Why isn't it the first phase final boss music?
That would be funny.
I know, right?
In a different way.
Where is everybody? Also, I pretty much always use this weapon because I'm a hipster. I'm a slimy hipster. Yes, relevance.
These viewers have no idea what kind of puns they're in for tonight, do they?
Okay, it's not even puns. It's just me repeating the word squid at all times.
It's... I suppose it's like the way the Smurfs use the word smurf.
They do? I don't know.
Oh, you never saw that?
Ow! You fool!
Smurfs
Wait,
would
what?
replace...
You killed me!
Smurfs would replace nearly any word with the word smurf, no matter how little sense it made.
Well, that's...
We probably do it less than they do.
Well, that's just squiddy.
Like that.
Hey, there's a Kraken. I want to kill it. Like, oh, somebody else. That's what you get. I'm not playing very well so far.
Ah, dang it. I have someone on my team picking up the slack for me, so that's good.
You can't camp in corners against the Luna Blaster. I love the fact that they went all out with this Splatfest. What with the music and everything.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You know, that's probably why my Wii U had like a little yellow updating symbol this morning. I bet the game was updating.
It could be.
Oh! Ow! I done exploded! Also, yeah, this is about what the commentary was. You didn't really miss much yesterday because it was just like, oh! No! No! Squids! No, what?
Wasn't that your prediction for what our commentary would be like today?
Oh man, people are killing me like crazy. And mostly this guy. Yeah, that was pretty much what I said it would be. I need to get my mojo back, though, because, like... Oh, jeez. Can't be losing.
10 seconds to get up here.
Where is everybody? I need
Take everything.
My job is too aggressive! Why can't I kill them today? Oh, look at those stats. 2 defense? That's like the bane of my existence. Get out of here.
Now that my match is finished.
Ugh.
Let me see about getting on Twitch and turning the sound off.
Oh yeah, that's what I have to do.
I can do that through the website, right? I can just mute the
Oh, we lost by .2 and it's all my fault.
Oh.
No, what? That's how it feels. Yeah, I didn't do too good.
You're weighted down by internet connections.
No, that's what you're weighted down by. Okay, I'm gonna experiment with something really quick. I'm gonna try to turn down Skype a little bit, and I don't know if that'll affect how it is on Twitch. So hopefully that'll be fine. Okay, I think that should be good.
Okay. I am on the page. I have it muted. I can see the chat room. I can see your screen from moments ago.
Yeah, it'll be like... It'll probably be as much as 12 seconds behind. Alrighty, so you all good to go then?
Yeah.
If there's anything important in the chat, just tell me, I guess.
Okay, so far I can't see anything in the chat.
Yeah, he hasn't been saying much. Anyway, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go! Nope, not today. But hey, I got a match.
I got the boss on my team, although it's spelled in Spanish.
I got someone named Dan. My brother? Speaking of which, I should do another one of those streams with both my brothers like I did the other day.
There's an important thing in the chat.
What does it say? It just said...
Important thing in the chat.
Amazing. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5. 7 out of 3. You're all lovely.
Overboard.
What?
Isn't that a little overboard?
Never! It's only overboard if you never think. I don't know what... that sounds a lot deeper than it actually is in all reality. It's just a stupid... Yeah, I literally
Because
just...
it makes me feel smaller than I actually am.
Oh, hey, I actually got an enemy team. Whee! I'm a squid. I wish I could show people the little mini games.
Aw.
Because I play them
Yeah,
between rounds.
Not being able to see the gamepad is a minor detriment.
So... Yeah, on this map... It's, my gun's not actually that bad for what type of map this is. Let's, try to prove that point. Oh yeah.
Stupid bubbles.
Oh! Yes!
You know what I think about it? I suppose it'll feel awkward for me to be commenting on what's happening during my match.
Yeah.
It's not related to your match. However, even if we end up in the same match, it's going to be awkward because I'll be on a different part of the map at most times than you are.
Yeah. I mean, that's how...
I suppose we could see some of the same events as each other if we get in the same one, but it'll still be silly no matter what. And I'm okay with that.
And now I'm doing amazingly compared to the last map. I'm against another blaster who has longer range, but he's like, I guess, just worse at it. I'm just gonna annoy this team.
Just went up against one of the strangest ink brushes I've ever seen. It's like he very clearly knew that I was there, but he wasn't chasing me, and I kind of ambushed him. Kinda. He revenged me. Chat says, how about all of those things at Comic-Con?
You mean... Sonic? I can't believe I'm pretty sure they actually had a Sonic picture up at one point.
You know, at this point, knowing what the Sonic Twitter is like, that wouldn't surprise me.
The dude who runs the Sonic Twitter was the announcer.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he was the guy.
That's pretty funny.
He literally was announced as the guy who gets paid to post memes on Twitter. It's amazing. Like, okay, that event though. It's bad when the funniest thing about it was the fact that it had so many problems. I love how the voice actor for Eggman, and I'm always bad at remembering voice actors and stuff, actually, he did a, shoot. Oh, brain. Oh, gosh. An interpretation of the, Twitch stream, and he just made a buzzing noise. He's the best dude. Like, that guy must love his job with how much he embraces it.
Well, I suppose if you want to voice a character like Eggman really well, then you kind of have to.
Oh, I died. I think we got this way too much. Oh yeah, look at that map. I can't show you guys, but... Oh.
Chat will get to see it at the end of the match.
I'm pretty sure we got this.
Mike Pollock.
Yeah. He's such a good dude. You know, I will admit, as rough as Sonic's history has been, they've had some, like, pretty good... They've had some pretty nice people working with it all. So how many times do you think we should try to get into the same match?
2 or 3 at least. It just kind of depends how determined we feel and how... if it's inconvenient, really.
Yeah. Alright, you ready?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, go! Sorry. Nope.
I hope it works at some point here, because it would be really fun to catch that on a stream.
Well, we did technically catch it on a stream, just not
Oh,
with...
I guess we did.
Not with audio, and it was the last game of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, thinking of hilarious things. So, before the stream, so you know, Kyle, that my dad was visiting here. you just, you know, chatting, hanging out. You know, it was good to have like everyone there. I guess except for Mom, which I'm gonna be visiting her soon, so that's all fine. So don't worry, it's not sad. But no, anyway, so yeah, Dad was visiting, but during that I decided I wanted a popsicle, and I was joking with Dan because you know Dan's a pretty large, buffish dude.
Sure.
I was joking. I want to slap you with this popsicle stick. And I almost like chickened out of it because I didn't want to hit him, but then he convinced me to do it. I got the first one. And so I slap him like really hard with it in the arm. And the popsicle stick, like you'd expect because it's just ice and whatnot, it splits in half. But the packaging splits in half, too.
Oh.
And pieces go flying, but he's like unaffected. It was glorious. Like, I don't even think I left like a bruise or anything. Oh no! By the way, now that I have commentary while playing Splatoon, it is time for me to express audibly my hate for Krakens. For reasons exactly what you just saw there.
Ah! Just splatted someone who was standing on a grate by firing up at him from below and jumping.
Nice. Wait, you have to jump to fire at people on grates?
Only the high up ones.
Oh, okay. My gun, because of the splash damage, is a great killer.
By the way, in the chat, but Crab, when is Plague Night? Papa.
Eventually? I mean, I just did the multiplayer of, Shovel Knight, which I should edit up to, put on my YouTube channel now that Spyro's over. But yeah, I do want to do that eventually, but for now, I think I'm going to try to stick to console games for a bit, as much as possible, aside from a couple choice games, because I want to get as much out of this capture card as I can.
That almost makes me sad that I took Shovel Knight home with me.
Well, no, I mean, I already did the multiplayer with you, so...
This is true.
Aside from custom nights, I pretty much got everything I could out of that, right? You fool! Oh! Ho! I got in too deep!
Yeah, boy.
But,
I don't know what the best plan of action is here, because they have hardcore infiltrated us.
Oh, man.
But I was able to get past them not too pretty handily, you know?
Yeah. But,
we might have a turnaround now. We've got 1 minute left. See how it goes.
Man. Woo! Oh! Oh, no! I fell for it! Come on, guys. Keep it up. We got this. I want to go flying. Oh gosh, we may have lost it right at the end. I'm not sure. Wait, no, we're fine. No,
Strikes falling every which way, climbing steadily through their base. Think we might have... No, I don't think we have this. What happened?
So currently my plan, though, for upcoming games I want to stream, I want to finish streaming Little Inferno because I did that on a whim of things. I want to stream the Mighty Switch Force games I've got on my Wii U. I should stream... I'm probably going to stream Pirate's Curse at some point. Might do DuckTales Remastered because I've never actually played through that game. Just a couple, like, levels of it. By the way, you ready?
Not yet.
Okay.
I need just a minute.
Aside from that, what? What'd you say?
ATB says, I have a popsicle now. It's all your fault, Crab.
Break it on your brother's arm. You'll thank me later.
Anyway, now I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, join! But anyway, no, yeah. If I do any longer games on my console... well, nope, not again. I might actually try to stream through the original Paper Mario because I've got that on Virtual Console. I might do like a 1 or 2 off of some Mario Galaxy or something too as another option. Aside,
Uh-oh, I'm up against another Marie team.
uh-oh. Aside from that, I think the longest thing I could possibly stream would
Gosh.
be a half-blind playthrough of Skyward Sword, because I only got like halfway through that game before, maybe even just a third of the way through that game before I got preoccupied. So there are plenty of options. Aside from, I'm gonna probably keep streaming Splatoon on occasions with Kyle here. We might do some Mario Kart 8 and some Smash Bros. But yeah, capture card. Of course, as a note, a lot of this stuff is planned for when I'm a little less busy with our Great Gun Gauntlet project.
So I mentioned that I'm up against another Marie team right now.
Yeah?
Well, we ended up as the pink team.
Oh!
They ended up as the yellow team.
Oh no! It's SpongeBob all over again. Oh my gosh! This single area of the map got triple supered.
Oh dear.
My grenades, someone's killer whale, and an ink strike. That was
You guys
amazing.
must have really wanted that section of map.
By the way, can I just note just how good this music is? Hey, come back here. Come back here. No!
Fantastic to get a special song for the final day of the final Splatfest.
I know. We better get a NX Splatoon.
Yeah.
Like, okay, first of all, because there's so many things now that we know about them that I think the developers probably know too that they could improve with this game.
Yeah.
And second of all, just because a little more Splatoon.
I know a lot of people are sad to see Splatfest go, so they
I know.
might like a sequel just for the sake of having Splatfest again.
Yeah! I got juked. I went to kill someone, but they suicided with a mine, kind of like what you do.
Oh yeah, that trick. It's like, well, I'm
Fear me!
away from you, but I can sure take you with me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Squids.
So as soon as this match began, someone on my team vanished. They probably quit out when they saw they were up against a friendly team.
Oops.
So we've been going in this 3 against 4 match. We're winning really handily right now.
Oh man, you know, the closest I got to 100% map coverage was I think 95 on that one where I had 80 and they had like 15.
Yeah.
And I really wish I could get like a level so squid crafted. Whoops, that went right off the map. So squid crafted that I got like 99 or something crazy.
Looking at the chat again. Yo, Paper Mario is the best. Thousand Year Door is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
And
I don't own Thousand Year Door, but I might eventually get it if I actually beat Paper Mario myself for the first time. So,
then this is a good enough question. What will I be able to get Great Gun Gauntlet on? Except he spelled Gauntlet as Goblet.
I spelled that when writing up posts and I have to correct it. It's so bad.
Oh.
I mess it up all the time. I don't know why. Sorry.
I better go double check our title screen and make sure it's spelled right.
I'm pretty sure it is now. Now? No, what? No, I'll answer that in a moment. You want a 3, 2, 1? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm all set.
3, 2, 1, join. But no. Currently, Great Gun Gauntlet is just gonna be a demo version, which means it'll be free for just like PC and Mac and all that. I don't think we'll do Linux just yet until I can get a system to test that on. It'll just be downloadable on our site for a bit. Oh, I'm against our Marie team too.
I have a potato on my team.
Nice. I got Splat Kitty. But anyway, no, yeah, it's just a Unity game, so it should be pretty accessible for anybody with a PC or Mac. The plan is if people like it enough, and if it gets enough bug fixes, because, you know, alpha. No, what, the plan is, you know, the full version will probably be on Steam if we can ever manage that. That's like the dream. Of course, I'd probably want a console release anyway, because eventually, if, like, it gains traction... Whoops! I got in too deep. No, yeah, I think... It would be nice to do console release, because all things considered, the game plays best on controller in its current state. Because of just the way the player controls. So, of course, it is controller or mouse and keyboard.
The follow-up question is, and how much can I laugh at you if it sucks?
500 times, usually. Because usually, like, if you laugh at me about 50 times with, like, 10 laughs each, that should about gauge its lifetime if it's really bad. Get out of my face!
Oh, drive it. Okay. Almost had a bad injury. I had backup that saved me.
I just got Pac-Man. But, the alpha release probably will be bad just because, well, it's probably not gonna be bad. It might be a little confusing because it doesn't actually have as many, like, technically doesn't really have as many guns as I want. I mean, what? Because we wanted to get all the other obstacles out of the way during development, and I realized it doesn't quite fully fit its name anymore, but I don't want to get rid of that name, because the full version will be a lot more like it. Wait, where'd you go? No! I was gonna dive bomb him. I'm failing. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go around. Anyway, I play really badly when I'm talking. But yeah, it can be expected that the alpha version will probably be buggy. Notably, the one thing I'm not sure about currently is how well it'll run on computers. Because me and Kyle both have, like, ever so slightly beefy-ish systems. Like, not the top of the line, but more like medium of the line.
Mine was like top of the line when I got it 3 or 5 years ago, whatever that was.
Which technically it's as good as mine is now, so...
Yeah, minor
actually,
differences.
All you have is more RAM, but I can get more than you, I think.
Here's another question. What do I do in this great gauntlet of guns?
You survive and get points. It's an arcade survival game kind of deal. Man, we lost pretty bad that match. I was paying more attention to talking than playing.
My match has got like 15 seconds left, and I think we have a chance, but I can't really focus on my map and focus on how things are going at the same time.
Actually, here's a good comparison. Are you familiar... Oh, wait, I was against a Marie team, so it doesn't matter. No, what? Are you familiar with a game called Super Crate Box? Or something like that? I forget what the name is. That game really didn't have too much purpose, but it was fun. You ready, by the way, or are you still in a match?
I need just a couple seconds to get out the results screen.
Alrighty. So, it's just a game for fun. It's a good test project for us because it's both easy to work.
Set.
Okay, 1 second. Then 3, 2, 1, go.
He said that he's not familiar with the one that you mentioned. He'll look it up. And then again with that copper face, how many memes will this game have?
Hey,
Oh,
go!
hey!
Yes!
We did it!
Yay!
Now don't say no when this match is done.
Okay. Memes? None, you slimy hipster. No, what? I mean, if I do well enough, I could probably make it into memes. Make it into memes.
I think the best memes are the ones that happen by accident, so that would remain to be determined.
See, it's planned to be more of a competitive, high-score game. Okay, here's another similar concept. Cloudberry Kingdom. Think that sort of infinitely generated challenges kind of deal, but more like Frogger, I guess, in a sense. Well,
yeah, it does have a little bit of Frogger similarity to it, a little bit.
It's okay. It's like Frogger if you could never leave the road. No, what? Like, there's a lot of games you can compare it to because it's more of a game designed to be addictive than it is to have much of a purpose, like Solitaire. I'm back here. Whelps.
Love how they do that "Are you ready" kind of thing during this song too.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh! What?
Callie, your voice changed.
Oh my gosh, it's me and this roller killing each other over and over again.
Okay, where are you? Maybe I can help.
Now, I mean, I keep being back at the spawn point.
Oh! Surprise, suddenly opponent. Surprise, splatted them. Another question, will it have multiplayer?
Maybe the full version. It's a little weird with that. I've thought about... Well, okay. Our next game probably will have multiplayer if it helps. But that's still in the conceptual works. Wait, what are you doing here? No, it's a little awkward. So, for the demo, we'll probably on our forums and stuff have, like, places where people can, like, post screenshots of, like, their high scores, or I'll have, like, seeds of the day or whatever. Or seeds of the week or whatever until it grabs attention. No, what? But notably, the full version, once we figure out networking, we'll have online high scores. That's like one of the few lame things about this demo is we don't know about much networking through Unity in our current ability. So we can't really...
It's the kind of thing that's good to stay away from for your first project.
Yeah, I've noticed with a game I liked, King Arthur's Gold, suffered a lot from being an online game from a studio that did not know what they were doing. Of course, if it has multiplayer, it'll probably be like, I don't know, co-op or something. I don't quite know fully what I would do about it. One idea I had after seeing, shoot, there was this 2D, like, combat platformer thing, that had Twitch integration. There's also a dungeon crawler with Twitch integration, which I'm very much interested in experimenting with that in the far future. Like, once we figure all this stuff out, with at least one of our games, where I wouldn't mind having a mode where people could have their Twitch chat influence the challenges. But that's a
stay in this.
Yeah, but that there's a lot of conceptual things that go through all this.
There's a nice comment. When the demo comes out, I'll spread it around.
Yeah, thanks. That's heavily like appreciated by me because I've been I've been kind of conscious recently of this weird effect where... Oh no!
No,
what?
You didn't!
Dang it! I'm like... I put my thing on it and realized, wait, no, that's not what he wanted. And I put it back, but it looped around. Oh, stupid sensitive.
Oh, man.
Well, if it was that easy, it won't be that hard to try again, right?
Yeah, I'll do this
I'm
next match that I've
so-
apparently got into, and
I'm
then we'll try
so
again.
sorry. What have I done? Ah! Anyway, back to the positive thing I was talking about. I heavily appreciate it because as a small developer with pretty much no money, you can't really afford marketing. And, like, while I have a subreddit set up for Golden Crab, and I probably will keep things posted there for anybody who in that community wants it, you really can't go around just advertising your own thing because that's highly frowned upon. But other people advertising for you, as sleazy as it sounds to say, is completely fine. But it's also frowned upon to tell people to do that. Plus, I know if it's horrible, you'll probably still spread it around because you want to see me suffer. No, what? And it's just, okay, I say me a lot. That's just because you know me more than Kyle. But it really is both me and Kyle. Like,
Any suffering he does will be my suffering too.
Yeah, mostly because he's the man who seems to have sacrificed the most in all this. And I'm against another team of Maries.
I wish I was against that team.
No, I wish I was against your team. That's not how this works.
You're right, this is a Cali team I'm up against.
I'm almost green, and they're almost purple. I failed. By the way, thanks for checking on the chat for me.
Sure.
You know, it's funny. I believe before the stream even started, or maybe it was right at the start of the stream, I was discussing with Kyle how I wanted to eventually do a Q&A session once Great Gun Gauntlet releases. And apparently, yeah, that's
I
already...
guess we're kind of doing one now.
Sort of. Just, you know, with with one of my most reoccurring viewers. For some reason, why are you still here? No, what? How is this content good enough for you? That's like not the dream. The joke. Okay, wow, that's amazing. So my spoonerisms mixed the beginning of joke with the end of stream, making dream. That's amazing. Anyway, no, that's like the joke every streamer makes is, why are you here? This isn't even quality content. When I think about it, the joke's getting a little overdone at this point.
Yeah. The rule of videos and streams is that nobody thought they were going to be doing it regularly.
Yeah. Which, sadly, it's like, while I have like 52 followers on Twitch, my best is usually, I think my best stream was a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 one with, oh jeez, with 15 viewers.
Well, there's a sad comment. I'm guessing this is in response to all of the "why are you still here" kind of stuff. I don't know.
I mean, I shamelessly plug my own content all the time with, like, the game stuff, so it's like... You know, that reminds me of the one streamer I watch, Vinny Vinesauce. He has a band, and he always makes jokes about how, like, silly it is that he pretty much shamelessly plugs his band all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure one of his streams just, like... He was playing that audio surf game, but with his own music.
That's kind of fun.
I don't actually mind it at all. He actually is a pretty good musician, so... And, like, the studio he gets that helps him mix and everything does a really good job. His music so it can be, like... What is that? What is it called? Alternative rock or whatever? I don't know.
I don't know if this is just me, but I certainly don't mind the idea of someone advertising their own thing in their own space, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which is why I set up the subreddit and whatnot, because, like, it means I just post things there and people can cross-post it to other subreddits. I mean, what? There is a subreddit named Play My Game, which the game has to be free, so it's kind of perfect for linking the demo.
Oh, that's cool.
Sadly, like, that subreddit, I feel is somewhat killed because everybody just posts their trashy mobile games on it.
Yeah, well,
I
know that I personally would be willing to try other folks' free games if they're willing to try out mine.
Like, there are a lot of good ones, but, you know. So you ready, by the way?
I am ready.
Okay, well, I'll let you finish once with you 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go! Anyway, no, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to read this out of the chat. Speaking of Vinesauce, they're doing that big charity stream this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Vinny is doing corruptions and bootleg consoles. Joel is doing Windows destruction with Windows 10. Rev is doing horrifying flash games. BGM's doing repainted games, and the rest of the Vinesauce crew are doing their own stuff.
Wow, it sounds like literally everything that they're known for. Oh, man.
This is all news to me.
As silly as the guy can get a little obnoxious at times, I do enjoy... He seems pretty down to earth otherwise, and he makes silly Donald Duck noises when he sneezes. No, what?
I'm on a team with Catfisher 4.
Oh my. But, and plus, like, the fact that that community does, the charity streams is really cool, too. Which, deep down, I feel like that's him trying to redeem himself for all the memes. All the memes. But, anyway, no, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, so, no, yeah, the main, like, sort of issue is, like, that there are a lot of good-looking games. Whoops, I messed up. Gotcha.
Comment, they've raised like 40,000 so far, and it's only
Holy
the first
moly.
day.
Okay, so I was watching one of his Subnautica streams. I didn't get to finish it because I wanted to stream myself. And he had already raised 10,000 and it hadn't even started. And the goal, or no, not 10,000. The goal is 10,000. He already raised 1,000 and it hadn't started. The goal is 10,000.
Before you even do anything, and what's the point of trying?
I know, right? So, like...
I got kicked out of my game, so
Whoops.
I'll be waiting for you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 1,000 before it started. The goal is 10,000. First day, they're already 4 times the amount. It's like, yeah, it's going pretty well for them. And they're not even like AGDQ size, which, of course, they raise like million. So it's like a bit of a different scale, but yeah, pretty cool. But no, yeah, I keep trying to say about the free game, play it out, water test it, whatever stuff. The main problem I have with it being mostly mobile stuff isn't just the quality. It's just the fact that even the good ones, I feel like I can't, like, I want to look at them, but they're mobile and they don't work on my horrible phone.
I mean, I might be able to work some of them at least, but
Well,
then again, I don't know how many are going to be iPhone compatible and how many will be like Android.
I'm pretty sure most of them are on the Apple Store.
Okay.
So
that works out pretty good.
Or the Google Play Store is the other option usually. So it's either
Anyway,
Android
I just
or
refreshed the page, so I may have missed like one chat message or something.
Apple. Whoops.
I realized that I was not actually logged in, so I just went ahead and did that.
Oh, you have a Twitch chat or a Twitch account? I guess you needed.
But it's mostly for like for the purpose of being a moderator in your chat at this point.
Oh yeah.
I could stream something with it. In fact, I have an idea, but I'm not that inspired to do it right now, and I don't have all that much time to do it right now. So it's just kind of there, and maybe at some point it'll get use.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And same with my brother who wanted to do like Let's Plays and streams, but then work happened. No! I don't know. I think we lost. No! No! Ow! .1 victory! Yes! Wow, 45 to 45. Or 45.6 to 45.7. amazing victory there. Well, not amazing, but clutch.
Oh, wow.
I didn't actually check what the ink difference was. I just checked the
2
percent.
pints.
Oh, man. So, you ready?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, join. Yeah, spit on my screen.
Yes.
Yeah!
You, me, and Bubba. And 12 gauge.
No.
Now, what did I say last time about the end of this match?
No. No.
No, not no. You say yes at the end of it. Or that.
Mommy.
Another
Tim!
comment. When will you be streaming entertaining games again?
Never. This is my life. Let me live my life.
Are you okay on that end?
No. How many viewers does it say I have? Which is probably entirely inaccurate, and I probably have one less. I mean, what?
It says 3 right now.
That means only he's watching. No, what?
It's, possible.
I can never actually tell if it counts myself. Or if it if it's paused, if it doesn't really count, or
Don't actually know.
I need to actually look into that for my ego's sake.
I feel like at some point, like when I was over there, we were looking at it, and it did not count yourself.
Yes.
Wow, nobody took any territory behind our base. Let me rectify that now that I've been back to the spawn.
Then again, yeah, I've had ones where it says one person's in the chat, or where it said there's only one person viewing, and then there's also a person talking in the chat.
Yep.
Come back here, you squid!
Uh-oh.
Ah! Wow, they killed me? Man lag. Man lag! When you flex and your muscle grows a second later. Oh my gosh,
Wouldn't
so...
that be you flex and then you wonder what happened and you continue your conversation and your muscles bulge in the middle of the conversation?
Oh man, that reminds me of a classic animation of... animation from, I think it's a dude named, like, Guy Collins? I don't even remember his YouTube. He made a zombie series or something, but, he does, he's also, he's the guy who did Kaiser Trap. That's the best I can, say.
Okay.
Which I think I linked that to you. It's amazing
I
animation.
think you did. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I know what it was.
Yeah, so, one of his animations, one of his classic ones, was named Lag, and it's of a person who, like, got shot or something, and so they were always, like, a second off. Along with that, oh man, some of his classic stuff's hilarious, because there was one named, like, socks with sandals, and it caused, like, dude just walking down the street wearing them, causing entire anarchy from the disgust of people. I think there's a moment where, to try to end it, they, the military goes to nuke the city, but he just walks out with his stride.
I see a Twitch comment. I'll come back to it in a minute, but I just have to point out right now, someone on that team over there is using a gold dynamo roller, so it's the annoying roller that you've talked about before. I don't know if we've talked about it on stream or not.
And I killed him!
The player's name is Meme Dream trademark.
Wow. Take the base! Take the base! Yes! It's all mine! It's all mine! Oh gosh, they were taking ours.
Chat comments that you, me, and ATB are the ones in the room right now.
Yeah.
So it is counting you.
I thought it would.
And then the question, when does the Great Gun Gauntlet's Great Gun demo come out?
Hopefully soon. I don't know. It should have been out already, but delays.
I think the best answer to that is as soon as we have it stable.
Yeah, well, it's mostly there. It's just a lot of little stuff and...
Yeah, we don't want to release it in any kind of state where people are going to find problems in the first 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then say, oh, these guys are just mediocre.
So, okay, here's a good example of why this game takes a little bit to release. Okay, it's randomly generated, but on a system of patterns. So it's a little bit more like procedurally generated in a sense. And it gets difficult. It gets more and more difficult as time goes on. It takes like about, I think a PlayStation at most to get to the hardest difficulty, I think would take about 6 minutes if you're crazy good. And that's me, the guy testing it. But the thing is, I have to make sure all these patterns and randomly generated things are possible because it's a fast-paced game.
Going up in Siri.
So one of the problems I'm having with the game is, in its core, it's supposed to be incredibly difficult to actually beat the game. Like, that's supposed to be like an amazing achievement of playing it. But I don't want it like too random. I don't want the success too random, first of all. And second of all, the last bits of the game are so hard. I am amazing. You know what? Thanks for that ink strike.
Strike over where you were, not realizing you were over there, but I could see it from where I was standing, like, on the main screen. So that's pretty funny.
No, so one of my issues with the game is, or not issues with the game, but one of my issues with making the game is we have this effect where glitches can legitimately give us like impossible moments where the player will just be killed. And usually it's glitches or like patterns being too difficult. So the process is to create a pattern, recreate the pattern with fixes, find that there's also a bug involved and why it's bad, recreate everything again, or, well, not everything, but, like, fix it again,
The
like,
problem.
like, have Kyle fix the problem, then test and make sure it works then. Like, a lot of stupidness with all that.
And there's so many corner cases of things that I have to check. It'll be very funny when it's all said and done.
Yeah, so, like, stuff like that is what causes a lot of the delay. Oh, where'd you get off to? Oh, they're up there! No! But, so one of the issues with it is, not only is the game difficult at its very hardest difficulty, so it makes it really hard to get good enough at the game to actually beat my own video game, but I'll also find in those hard difficulties moments where you just can't win on your own. Like, no amount of effort will save you from the unfair stuff. Unless, well, okay, you know, any, like, super, like, pro player of the game would probably say, oh, you could compensate for that, but I don't want to, like, spread that kind of community where you have to learn, like, super specific, insanely difficult actions to survive. Wow!
Yeah, like, one of our goals right from the beginning was to make sure that we weren't going to end up with any impossible random situations. And that's one thing that is hopefully going to make it difficult to recreate if it ends up with any shred of popularity and people want to make clones of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody who's gone to college has probably, like, got that weird programmer monkey syndrome where they can just make everything so easily. No, what? I don't know.
If it's as difficult for them as it has been for me, I don't think they're going to match what we've done.
There's so many tiny case things that you have to fix. By the way, I finally maxed out my rank. Nice. But, so, a good example of, like, a glitch that took a while to both find what the problem was. I almost hit nope again. Oh my gosh.
No.
Holy
Don't
moly.
you know.
You've trained me to be this. No, what? No, yeah, one of the issues we were suffering from with it. So, I found this case where So because the turrets shoot a whole lot of bullets, there would be like a whole bunch of them like stacked up in a single spot. Like because of rapid fire.
I remember this one, yes.
And it took us it took you how long to actually find what was causing the glitch, which I'm gonna explain in a moment. Like a month on and off.
I don't think it was quite that much time.
At least, well, okay, you visited me, and that's
Yeah.
how I demonstrated it happens on your laptop because
Oh
you.
yeah. That was when I was actively looking for it, when I didn't think that it was like a specific to yours thing.
Yeah, so there were so many issues because it was really. So because we couldn't quite figure out which exact thing caused it, we were trying different things. Eventually, I actually got to a point where I knew it well enough that I could replicate it every time. And
Yeah.
I actually found a part of the actual normal gameplay where it happened all the time. Ooh, wow.
Someone got me with an ink strike.
Nice. So, the issue, the glitch, I'll just go ahead and finally explain it because I've been putting it off for no apparent reason.
Yeah. We
So,
got our facts straight. You're good.
so the issue with the glitch is if you deflect a lot of bullets in a single spot, the game comes to a crawl on a freeze. Actually, this was able to freeze so badly that the Unity editor actually froze my computer because my RAM maxed out. My 8 gigabytes of RAM because it caused a data leak and everything. But the issue was there were so many colliders in like one spot that our current system could not handle it. We pretty much just had to make it ignore these bullets because okay, I guess to further explain it, when the player deflects an enemy bullet, it becomes a green bullet, which you don't get hurt on. However, these green bullets, like, they were, for some reason, for reasons beyond me still, acting as if you were colliding with them. So it would just, with every bullet, I think it would, like, double the amount of calculations it had to do or something. It was stupid, but it was such a bad glitch that in certain patterns, I still instinctively expect it to happen when I'm deflecting a lot of bullets at once.
So that's the one you were talking about when you said that.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, like, the problem was I was instinctively expecting it. Because every time I do it, the game would freeze for a moment.
Got behind me.
Nice. Saved me with that mine.
Another chat comment. I'm not quite sure what this one is, but have you made that King Crab Discord, all one word, yet?
KingCrab Discord?
I'm guessing this is asking if you're on Discord.
I have a Discord. I don't use it right now. Don't know really why.
That could have gone better.
Discord's weird because it's not a bad program at all. It just doesn't suit my current needs. Oh man, just a 4% loss.
Yeah, it was better than I thought it was. Stay in.
Okay. No, yeah, Discord. Oh, excuse me. Man, I want to get a drink, but I feel like if I leave, I have to leave at like the very end of a match to do it, and I'll have to hit yes.
Like right now?
Well, I mean, not now because I'm not ready to do it. No.
Okay.
Anyway, no, yeah, Discord. I don't really talk in chats very much, and that's what it's mainly built for. So, yeah, and another reason is me and Kyle tried it for audio chats, but for some strange reason, his internet does not like Discord right now. I think it's because Skype's actually built with some compensation measures for bad internet, and Discord hadn't had it when we tested it. So we'll probably actually try it again because his internet's been good recently and the audio's better when we're using it.
Next chat comment. Didn't you say you'd make a Discord for all your stream viewers a while back?
We're
up against Dank Duck.
Oh my. No, I can't remember. I think if anything, I'm trying to think of what the context of that. I think the context of that was me thinking about making one if my stream ever gets popular and the chat gets too chaotic for like selected people that I like have had for a while. I would make one. I don't know. Or maybe like subscribers or something. I don't know.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Huh?
I was looking at my map to line up an ink strike and saw purple ink appearing behind me.
Oh.
It's like someone's there. I got her, she got me. No.
Squids!
Oh, I've gone up against so many high skill teams in the Splatfest that I just get nervous moving around like I'm gonna get ambushed all of a sudden.
I know
and
that.
it keeps happening.
I know that feeling a bit.
It's like I just need to be on more high alert at this point.
Yeah. I think I'm actually almost at 1,200. Being I started at just 1,000, it's a little crazy. Oh no, it's a squib!
I got the dank duck.
Ow! Screams of death. Squids of death.
There is no screaming in Splatoon.
Someone screams when I kill them behind you.
There's no screaming when you're a squid now.
You're a squid now, you're a squid now, you're a squid, you're a squid, you're a squid!
I did not mean to start that. I am sorry to everyone involved.
You're a squid!
But mostly myself.
You're a squid!
Ouch.
Ouch?
The dank duck got me.
Oh no! You know, it was weird, like, you know when there's like something, oh no! Not going over there! No thank you! Gotcha.
Oh, come on!
What?
Oh, I was in the middle of someone shooting me from above and that Inkzuka going off.
Oh, and I just barely didn't kill him in time then. But,
how'd you do?
whoa, that's a weird map. I think we may have gotten it, though, yeah. Even though it's a little splatchy. No, dank memes. The stupidest thing in the world. Because it's literally, the definition of it, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much summed up as, like, memes that are just so off the wall and weird. Like, it's just by definition, like, trash posting. Trash!
Weird to me because it feels like every meme I ever see or ever have heard of is considered dank.
Well,
Maybe that's
sort of
just me misunderstanding
okay.
things.
It's weird. It does have like
Uh-oh.
it does sort of have like a dual like definition where it's like top quality memes, but it's pretty much anything anybody finds extra ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that's what like the quote official.
I see.
Like, I mean, you got like stupid things like the old ones like dollar junk, and the Pepe, and that boy, and all those things.
The sad part is I've never heard these.
I know, they're the dankest. That's why you haven't heard of them. No, what? Now, I think it pretty much just ends up being the stupidest memes at this point. So that was the stupidest junk. You know, it's funny when you think of how, like, weirdly heavy in culture memes have become these days. But I was thinking the other day how it's like, when I think about it, being the definition of meme really does allow it to be anything that, like, heavily spreads culturally. Pretty much a reference to pretty much anything, jokes, media, pretty much anything anyone can really relate to. Because of all that, it's like it makes sense because society finally hit this point where media spreads more than ever.
Yeah. And I think the weirdest thing about it is that literally no one can predict what is or is not going to catch on.
There are a lot of worst memes where, like, I feel like if it's short and sweet and can easily be related to, it can easily be turned into a meme. Which is why you notice, well, there's a lot of, like, relatable comics out there that, like, are popular. You notice, like, it's like 3 panels at most usually is what hits popularity. Though then again, there is that one comic where, like, it's the businessman, and the one gives a completely reasonable idea, and that's what gets him thrown out the window. It's like stuff like that makes sense. This guy's laggy. Oh gosh, this guy's laggy. Where is he? He vanished. Oh gosh. I don't know if he just poofed or what. I think he may have fallen off the cliff.
No, that was me. Well, I mean, he might have too.
Well, it was an enemy. Oh, there he is. Oh gosh, it takes forever for his That didn't kill him? Woo!
Is that another one of those memes you were telling me about?
No. Memes are literally, if you think about it, the exact, like, reverse of an in-joke. It's a joke everyone knows except for... Well, actually, I think the quality of the meme is determined by how much everyone knows about it, in a sense. Oh, wait, no, that's a bad idea.
The inverse of an in-joke and twice as annoying.
Exactly.
How'd we do?
Good.
A lot of these get so intense toward the end that I have no idea where we stand.
I mean, look at the map.
Yeah, though, no, this one turns out we did pretty darn good.
Anything in the chat, by the way? Intensive discussions about memes. That better be what they're talking about. I mean, what?
Not really, just when I said no screaming in Splatoon, they heard something else.
Oh. I'm gonna try to jump away. I'll be right back with water.
He'll only be a moment.
Did I spill? Oh, I'm fine. One second. Headphones gotta go on. I may have spilled a little tea, but I'm not gonna go fix that. Also, I got to 1200. Nice. Nice.
You know, I just had this very odd moment in my mind.
Yeah?
Where I realized that I've been on your stream there in person, and now I'm there on your stream, but over the internet.
Over the internet! Yeah. You know, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
Jezered has joined.
Hey, Jezered!
Says, I'm here now, but keep on splatting because I'm just listening. And ATB asked, how much longer is the Splatfest?
Does it end?
I don't actually know the answer.
Does it end tonight or tomorrow?
I think it ends. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
I think it ends at 2 a.m. Pacific time.
Oh, okay. So I'm not. So I'm guessing we'll probably not finish it tonight. We'll probably.
I don't think we're hanging around for the whole thing.
If anything, like you'll probably just leave around midnight, our time or your time.
We'll figure it out as we get closer.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm good for a while, but I don't want to mess up my sleep after I worked so hard to get it back on track.
I don't have a sleep schedule anymore. I just go to bed at like between 4 and 6, and whoops, I should have dropped through the grate. Like I go to bed like between 4 and 8, and I wake up between 2 and 4. I think that's my sleep schedule. I can't remember anymore. Die! But oh, it's not. Ow! I got outplayed.
Super.
But
For seekers.
oh man. No, what was I gonna say? You know, all things considered, if it's only like 1 o'clock when you're done, I'll actually probably stop playing Splatoon and go and stream like the rest of Little Inferno or something.
Oh, okay.
Which, once you leave, I'll probably use the gamepad to play so that I can actually read the chat. I made a mistake! Oh, they're up there. Wait, what? Oh, there's a little platform. That's how I get up there. I don't know the words to this song because it's all in Squiddish. I don't know what Squid's saying.
Yeah, when I heard that they were playing this song for the Splatfest, I wanted to give you a clue by typing the lyrics to it, but there's a distinct problem with that.
There are no real lyrics, are there?
Oh, there's probably real lyrics in a desk drawer somewhere, but we don't know them.
You know, it's funny, because people get really excited watching, or going to the concerts. It's like Vocaloid concerts.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I sure wouldn't mind seeing one, but
cool.
I doubt it's anywhere close to us.
Now, I forget if they do, like, three-dimensional style hologram, or if it's just a flat screen that looks like it. I've never actually looked into, like, how the tech works.
I'm guessing that it's like a flat hologram, but it looks 3D, so it's like, because I think when we looked at the one video of it,
It did look a little
people
flat.
were sitting around it like in a circle or on both sides of it, so some people just saw like the mirror image.
Come on, guys,
That's what I think.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh boy, this may not be good.
Oh, wow. I was dead, so I couldn't finish it at the end there. Guy came around a corner and destroyed me. Which
In
is usually
response
my
to your
job.
thought about what you might stream after this, ATB with that kappa face said, or you could start Oper Mario, and then corrected it as Paper Mario.
Oh, Paper Mario. I mean, it would be nice. So, fun fact. So, we had a friend who owned a copy of Paper Mario on the N64 back when I was younger. And, so, I think, yeah, my brother played it. I think they hung out, and my brother Dan played it, and I watched him. And I think years later I watched, like, Chugga Conroy's LP of it or something. But then, like, I mean, I didn't have my own copy. Like, because, you know, friends broke away from each other, I guess, because school, like, changing from schools or something. But, yeah, so, I was slightly tortured. Back then I was a little, like, more lenient with the emulators I'd use. Now I only use them for games I own currently. And the problem with emulators back then is every single copy of Paper Mario I could find was... It would get to a Princess Peach cutscene and crash.
Really?
Every time! And of course I was younger, so I didn't know about, like, trying to look up save states that would put me past it. But, yeah. So long as I kill 2 squids with my death, I'm okay with it.
A 2 squid quota.
Yeah. Of course, I kind of don't get that all the time. What?
Just one of those, I was watching a guy who splatted me on the kill cam thing, as jumped over and stepped on a mine that I left from where I came from.
Nice.
It's like, it would have been a super sneaky path if he could have gotten there.
I'm stuck on a wall.
Drat. That was him again.
I took so long to get up that wall because my gun's bad at walls. And there was a guy up there I was trying to kill. Whoa! That's a killer whale.
That came right to the spawn point.
Wow. I thought I timed it better. You know, okay, one thing I realized. I think I have a little bit of a hard time gauging how long supers go.
Yep.
I think I get offset because there's an upgrade that actually makes it stay longer. I'm pretty sure.
For some of them there are.
So I gotta get confused.
Like it drains more slowly. That's kind of useless for me when I use the ink strikes, but for other things it can be, I suppose it can be helpful.
I think all it's really useful for ink strikes is it lets you like keep that timer up longer. Because doesn't it drain or something?
Honestly, for an ink strike, that's really not a good thing.
If you let the timer go.
Yeah, because you're moving so slowly when you're lining up the missile.
Yeah.
There's something in the chat, but I didn't get a chance to see it. There's a bunch of capital letters in there.
Kraken!
I'm actually starting to get reasonable at outmaneuvering Krakens.
Yeah, well, not when they're right in front of you. I like how it's just like...
I know you can't do it with your weapon, but I can actually shoot them and keep them away.
I like how I sort of got interrupted midway through saying the word Kraken, so it's just crack! Drugs! No,
There is no crack in Splatoon either.
Are you sure?
I mean, where do you think all these colors come from?
Oh, LSD?
Wait.
LSD's why it looks like it's dripping down the walls. I think we lost this pretty bad.
Okay. Okay, it's about a music album I've never heard of.
What's it called?
Gorillas with a Z.
Oh, Gorillaz. I know Gorillaz. I don't really listen to too much of their music. I've heard a couple of their most popular stuff for sure. What does he say about Gorillaz? Well, I did horrible.
Concerts with projectors and an album delayed to 27.
Oh, because Gorillaz is actually another like virtual band.
Huh.
I forget how many like dudes actually work on it. Might just be one dude, but like all their music videos are animated characters and stuff.
Oh,
It's more like 2D animation than the.
I know something similar to that. I don't actually know these guys though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I did hear that they were getting a new like tour or something.
Wait, Kyle, you've never heard of Gorillaz? There's a lot of popular things I've never heard of.
Shoot. Correct me if I'm wrong because I get bands mixed up. I'm saying this to the chat. I guess Maria is the most popular squid this time, by the way.
At this time of day.
Yeah. No, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the band that's got the song, I'm happy, feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag.
Marie-chan on our team.
Oh, wow. I can't quite remember if that's the right band. I'm pretty sure that's Gorillaz. What? Right? Or is it? Shoot, that might be. No, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check chat. Because, like. It sounds like that should be them, but that could be someone else. I get music mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm not, like, into, like, lyric music very much. I'm dying to people I'm killing too much.
I feel like I remember seeing an advertisement for Now That's What I Call Music, or some kind of collective album like that or something, and a song about a windmill, and it had animated characters, and oh my gosh, did they look ugly, but I think that might be them.
Well, their characters do look ugly. I can tell you that much.
So in that respect,
They're just a little bit
maybe I've
edgy.
seen 5 seconds of content of them.
By the way, I would, I feel like we should step up our game a little because Marie-chan is just sitting around like a lazy squid.
Marie-chan cannot fight herself.
But I don't want to lose scores, so... I can never kill buckets!
Squid
Ah!
divided against itself cannot stand.
A squid divided against itself?
Oh dear.
Squids. Squids!
Oops. I'll have to
Oh,
go back
gosh.
to the comment out loud in just a minute, but
Squids.
I may have struck a nerve.
Squids. Oh, I ate too much sushi. Squid?
Hey, Marie-chan joined the fight.
Apparently so, I noticed. Squiddies are squids, squiddy, 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 squid, squids, squiddy, squiddy, squiddy. Squiddy, so squiddy, you are a squiddy, squid. Splatoon, yeah. I'm sorry. Heavy apologies. Kraken. Oh man, the Kraken's so shiny. Come on, guys! There's so many grenades down. You're losing it.
I have this.
Oh, nice. I think we took it back at the end there. It's a little messy though, so I'm not. Well, we got too much of their base. Yeah, we got their base, so it was good. It's good to squid. So what did the chat?
Jamie Hewlett's art is fantastic. I will cut you.
I mean, the art's great. The art's amazing. It's just I'm pretty sure the characters are like purposely like a little edgy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember, is that they looked like, I remember a couple of big chins.
I can't remember if that's like what would maybe. It's been a while since I've watched the music videos. Which, yeah, if I recall, the music videos are pretty cool looking. So, or at least the ones for the ones I remember watching. Edgy. Squids! You know what? Forget this game. I'm going to a different one. I just want music now. How do I start the music again?
I just realized that even though I can see your screen on my screen, it would be impossible to cheat that way because it's like 20 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Knowing where you were 20 seconds ago would not help me if I was against you.
Now,
Of course, it doesn't help me when I'm on your team either.
so, like, there's certain games like Minecraft survival maps on servers, or games like Rust, and shoot, what's The Calling and other games like that. I've noticed where if you're streaming while playing competitive online, and people like know which server you're using, or if you're playing with people on a server, sadly, like, there's no respect. Like, people just exploit you. You're always like the first to die, and people don't realize how much it ruins the stream.
I've heard of a couple of people who like play Hearthstone, the online card game, where they play it on Twitch, and then they'll have people screen peeking them while they play it. And I don't know if the delay, it probably doesn't hurt as much there because it's like, you know what's in their hand, stuff like that. You have information you're not supposed to. But when the players are, and I'm gonna be qualifying myself a good bit here, when the players are good enough, they don't really mind this because, like, there comes to be a point with these games where you know what the best move they can make is and you're expecting it from them.
Oh, yeah.
So even if they know what you're going to do, it's like, can they do anything about it? They wouldn't do anything different if they didn't know. But, on the other hand, Hearthstone has a lot of luck-based elements.
Oh.
It's kind of like Mario Party, where to some degree it is a luck-based game.
Speaking of which, I just remembered the stupid concept I had the other day for that, or the other week. Oh, I'm dying a lot, sorry. I'm not being a good team player now. Anyway, no, I remember that stupid game idea that I don't know if we'll ever make it because it's so silly, and I don't know. It would probably take a lot of, like, network stuff. I don't know. Anyway, the one where you can hit buttons on the arena which switch the guns for, like, Rowlet. Switch the guns for everyone, and there's always a squid there! No, pretty much the idea is that, yeah, it shuffles the guns for everyone, but everyone has the same gun.
Yeah, like you hit a button if you want the, we'll say, like, sledgehammer or something. Okay, but now everybody has it.
Yeah, or the nuke.
So you could screw people up or just benefit yourself, however it works.
Man, it's weird how just the 2 defense is enough to kind of mess up my gun's general strategy. Because it takes 1 extra hit. No! Why are there...
I feel like I did really good that round, so I kind of have
I was doing awful. I was doing awful. I'm so sorry. I could not get to a position where someone wasn't killing me.
Oh, I know how rounds like that feel. It's kind of awful when it happens.
Plus the stupid plug is...
Did it feel like you were playing against, like, 12 squids?
It felt like there was always 2 people there on either side of me.
Yeah,
also,
I don't know how that happens when it happens.
Yeah,
but...
7 kills with this... 7 deaths with this gun is unacceptable, considering my best, I think, was 15 that one time.
Yeah.
My best kills, that is, not deaths.
Right.
But anyway, no, yeah, what I was getting at is that game would be so hectic. That game would be so hectic, I don't think you could screen peek. Or against mighty.
Is that an armadillo or an eagle?
Or is it a switch force? Or is it a switch force? Or is it a number 9?
Oh dear. Every one of these answers implies something really different.
Or is it a flip champ? You're right about those other games being a little rough. I mean, the flip champs one was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
I spent so much time playing A Link Between Worlds, I didn't actually get a chance to check those other games out, really.
Yeah. It's funny, Flip Champs, there's only one song that I really found memorable, and it's from the Broken Wand levels. Where it's, like, automatically going on its own.
Oh, yeah!
I do love her expression when that happens, though, but,
Oh, you know, okay, that was one of the things that kind of made the game a little less enjoyable for me.
What do you got?
Just the way the sprites were so small.
Yeah, that's true. In that game, they are tiny.
Like, I think one of the reasons why, like, my Switch Force is so good is even the non-Hyperdrive edition looks good.
It does.
That game looked a little ugly. You know, it's kind of sad to some extent. Just seeing the kind of games that WayForward has had to work with in the past. Not talking about like the Flip Champs or anything, because those are generally kind of decent. Like, they're not like horrible games, but the fact that the company has had to suffer through so much, so much shovelware, pretty much, just to make money. I don't want to be that. Also, by the way, we're pretty much 3 versus 4 right now because this Marie-chan is plaguing us.
Yeah. If she stays, well, that was a nasty place for a suction bomb. If she stays inactive like this, hopefully she'll just... And there she goes. I was gonna say, hopefully she would just be dropped out before the next round. But now, in the last minute, she's become active.
So, I've discussed this a bit with Kyle, but I actually probably might as well bring it up on stream. Pretty much, eventually, I want to one day create 2 Splatoon videos. An overview of my thoughts of the game itself. Watch out! Couldn't do much about that, could I? Pretty much a bit of an overview of what my thoughts on the game, and also a video of what I would like to see in a sequel. One of the notable things I thought about for a sequel is because the matches are so fast, you can't really just add someone mid-match unless they're waiting to be added. Well, what really stops you from being able to add a Octoling AI, but as a squid?
Did we win?
I think we did. Nice. No, yeah, so... Yeah, those AIs can at least do something. Especially if you make them a little more advanced. Also notably, I don't want Krakens. Get rid of them. We don't need them. Get rid of them. I should make a Luna Blaster in real life because it looks so stupid.
You're gonna 3D print one to scale?
I don't think I... Well, okay. If we're going by our headcanon that squids are really small... Oh, why is she still there?
She did become active in the last minute or so, so I guess she's still there.
Oh,
Just distracted with something, maybe?
maybe. But anyway, no. What was I gonna say? No, yeah. If we're going by the canon that squids are really small, then I guess I could print one to scale. Now that's what was it? Did we think they were like a foot tall or something small like that? Because
I kind of still think that the amiibo size is their accurate size.
The amiibo size, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So it's either they're amiibo sized or they're a foot tall, because then they would match the size of what the tuna can things in the story mode are.
Right.
Plus, shoot, what was another thing? Oh yeah, one of the guns looks like it has a soda can attached to it. One of like the, I think it's, is it the, it's one of the tri-guns, like the, tri-gun. No, sorry, yeah. Whoops, did you make a mistake?
I didn't plummet to my death, don't worry.
Plummeting! Well, buckets are my mortal enemy. Okay, another thing I would do in a sequel. Just, no dynamo roller, no! Just please, I don't think there's, well, okay, Marie-chan has one, but, like, can we not?
Yeah, the dynamo roller, I don't know if you've mentioned it in the chats or not, or in the streams or not, rather. But the big thing we discovered with them is they have such long range that if you power them up just a little bit, they can be more effective than ranged weapons, and they're not supposed to be.
They are insane! when... Well, okay, it's less that their base ability is annoying, it's more that they have such an incredibly high, like, skill cap compared to all the other things. And even me as an unskilled roller, I can utilize it to win matches pretty easily. Pretty much, my thought is, even if it's slow, why should a roller be able to be used like a gun? It's actually more useful range than as a roller. And
Yeah,
that's so
when
bad.
you know that something's wrong.
I know a lot of Dynamo Roller fans would probably hate me saying that. But, there's two people.
Well, think about the things people say about the Luna Blaster, and that's your main weapon.
Yeah, okay,
We got a little room for discussion here.
I hardly see any other Luna Blasters. We had another person on our team, but that's like a rare occurrence. It's one of the most underutilized weapons in the game. And I'm not even playing well tonight, I feel. Like, look at that! I just blow him up when he gets so close! No, also, my comments about the Kraken earlier continue to be relevant when I'm fighting someone, just when we were talking about the roller, and a Kraken just, you know, right there in my face. Now, another reason why I'm not a big fan of the Dynamo Roller is it kind of just makes it feel weird that, like, you got the Dynamo Roller, but what about the buckets? The buckets are practically the same thing. I'm not a big fan of them, but I don't hate them. They're fine in comparison.
That's like at least... Well, if you can use a Dynamo Roller for what you can use a for, the Dynamo Roller is then better because it can do something else.
Yeah, plus
It can't roll a bucket along the route.
Plus, I feel like the Dynamo Roller also makes the miniguns feel a little redundant, because it does what they, like, it does very similar to what they do with a little bit less range, but it does so much better. I guess what I'm getting at is it creates a weird dynamic where you don't want your game to be balanced around the concept that some weapons are better than others.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
What generally makes this game so good is the fact that, like, for example, I use the Luna Blaster. It's the thing that suits me. But other guns suit other people way better. Like, now, one other example of a gun that I do feel... I don't quite understand the arrow spray. I mean, I do feel it is a good gun, but at the same time, it also doesn't feel like it's better than, like, other guns, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, when I started it, I noticed that I was getting huge scores and I was leveling up quickly, and I wondered if I was that good with it, and then later I learned that a lot of people consider it to be the best weapon. Yeah, a lot of people consider it to be the best weapon, but you're also a little bit better than a lot of people with it on top of that, I do feel. Also, I do feel it's also possibly a bit of like a Mario in Smash Brothers, where it might just be so natural to just so many people to play as it. Okay. So that might be the case, because I guess one thing is, usually when I, like, fight you with it, usually I win. I'm pretty sure is the common theme. Is that my playstyle outdoes your playstyle with my gun. I believe that. I mean, if this particular weapon is not that good at killing it. Oh, I am witnessing someone standing on a perched area using his Dynamo Roller to cover the center.
By the way,
like,
I came up to sneak up on him and he killed me too.
Well, I ink striked in that direction, so hopefully something got him.
I don't even know, but I think, you know, it's weird because I hardly would say I'm better than you at this game. Oh my gosh, there were 3 of them. What was I doing? No, I would say you play really well. Like, you tend to get better scores than me. Yeah. Oh gosh, not again. No, Well, better scores in some cases, and oftentimes like equal. I should have known. Equal kills at times, so it's not like we're too different. Plus, you play a little more consistently than me. But that might be because I talk too much.
Yeah.
That mine hardly ever makes sense. So.
And then you got your.
But I think it's just that my gun ends up being a better match against yours.
Yeah, and as far as using it to blast other squids, you got experience with other shooters that I don't have.
Yeah, I do hardly play with other guns. I play with this and a roller and occasionally a sharp, like, straight shooter. Also, by the way, anybody watching the stream, just seeing that dynamo roller wreck me is the kind of thing I'm sort of talking about with just how much range and power it has. Okay, so actually here's the issue with it. It's not quite that it's overpowered in its own. It's that when you add like 2 or 4 damage upgrades, every little spot of it kills you.
I don't know if you can see that killer whale, but it almost got me.
I saw it going up that entire building. Oh man, this team is wrecking me. I'm doing bad this game. I'm not even.
This is a tense one, really.
Yeah, I'm.
Most of the fighting has gone on in the center.
Yeah, but I think they're sort of taking it towards ours. Oh, there's too many squids in one place!
Oh, drat it.
Oh, he was up top again. Though
Goodness. Oh boy.
I got back up top and attacked them, so that little bit may have done it. I'm not sure though, this is gonna be tough. Oh man. If I hadn't done that, I think we may have lost. Because
Good job.
Because
for whatever you weren't doing throughout the game, you made up for at the end.
Oh man. Because people started jumping to me because I was going around from the center to try to get up their hill. Sadly, like, all of the team jumped to the dynamo roller while he was up there. So,
oh gosh.
So I got killed while killing. You can actually see a little bit of the green splotch of the person I killed. But hey, I'm still, even though I've not really made any progress, I'm still 1200, now 1210.
I'm sitting at 1333 right now.
Not bad. Oh yeah, you get like weird scores for like being the MVP of the game or something? I don't even know.
I think I noticed I got one, there was one game where I got 1 point because we were 4 and they were 3.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
That could be part of it, but it seems like those increase by ones happen once in a while, so I don't know exactly how it works.
I like how this one mini game pretty much is just a music select. Oh, I love this one.
I like to leave it running between rounds on some song other than the menu song. And you can do the rhythm game thing to it, but I usually don't. We're up against a Marie team with Little Ninja and Crayon.
Aw, Crayon. Anybody in chatting in the chat, by the way?
Mostly asking you to make the Discord and complaining that I haven't read the chat.
Oh. No, I feel like the first phase of the final boss is an incredibly underrated track in the game.
Which one?
The first, I think it's just called like I Am Octavia.
Yeah, that one.
What is his name? Octavio?
Octavio. His name is DJ Octavio, and I remember that because even though I don't watch the show, that is kind of a combination of 2 different pony names.
Oh, you're
What,
right.
you didn't notice?
I knew it was like Octavio. I said Octavio, which I'm pretty sure is just a pony name. I don't know who the other one would be, but it's pretty much the same joke. I mean, what?
All about DJ Pone 3.
I mean, I guess sort of, but it's more of his character than anything.
Right.
But, anyway.
Not that much I even know, and I still haven't watched it.
We did force you to watch an episode while you were here. I mean, what?
Yeah, I guess I watched an episode or two.
Oh, gosh! I died. Anyway, no, yeah, so... Yeah, the first track, the one that does the... I love that intro for that.
Kind of like the rhythm that it has as it continues on from there, too.
Oh, yeah, it's got a great, like... It's not quite as exciting as this, like, Phase 2 music that they're using for the Splatfest here.
Yeah.
But, it's got a nice final boss theme, while this has a more, like, hero character theme. Oh, man, I got outplayed.
Not sure what this message means, but it says sour cream and onion are my aesthetic.
What was that? You cut out for a moment there.
Sour cream and onion Pringles are my aesthetic.
Oh.
That's what's checked. Oh, there's someone up here.
Yeah, I noticed. There's actually 2 people now! Well,
One down.
I killed
oh,
one.
Man, there's another one to replace him.
Dang. Okay, I'm just gonna go in their base. You try to defend, I guess.
Yeah,
or...
go for it. I can try to get these guys up here.
Just gonna throw that down. Well, there's a guy running back.
Seekers. Yeah. Let him have that area. Oh, no.
Ah, I got rollered. I can't even get down. They're being so aggressive. My gosh, they got our team under wraps.
Gosh, I don't like it when this happens.
Okay, our
I
roller...
think we might have a shot here.
Yeah, I did just bad, though.
As the song's title, Now or Never.
Just going. Come on. Oh, gosh. I don't think it's good enough.
I don't think so. But on the plus side, that was a Marie team. Oh my gosh, look at all those ink strike marks.
Yeah. Oh, man. I tried, man. I tried. I'm kind of useless tonight for some reason.
We got the same kill or splatted scar.
Which is a sign of me doing bad. You know.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No!
What now?
Error has occurred.
No!
I'm guessing you're still in the game, though?
Yes.
Well, I'll just go play. Should we just play on our own now? Or do you
we
want
can do that for the next round for sure, because after this one I'm gonna stop for a minute.
Though, we did get pretty good at getting it consistently, so I don't know.
I mean, we can try to join the same one again afterward,
Yeah.
but we're fine going separate battles for a few minutes.
By the way, it points out how great the final boss theme is when the drums are sending this little this music visualizer into the reds.
Ha! Oh, I lost my team connection, so I'm getting kicked.
Oh, so it happened to both of us. It just made faster, I guess.
Okay, I'll be back in just a minute then.
Okay.
Squids! You're a squid! You're a kid! You got cancer! You're a squid!
Wait, what? This squid gave me cancer. Hoppa. 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 Bees. Bees!
Whoa! Outmaneuvered! Outplayed! Yes! How dare you! You will be squidded for your insolence!
Oh! I was way too close to the microphone. Whoa!
Bobby, you're dead because you got above me. I don't want to fight you, but you got killed again. I don't have my listen to the lyrics.
Sorry, what? I got a little hyper there. This cancer gave me autism. Oh no! I keep killing them all! You know, it'd be stink. It would be stink. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence anymore. I'm just gonna finish it there. It would be stink. If. Where is everybody? Oh, they're over here. You can't kill me without dying first. Gold, you there? Coil! I hear door squeaks. Coil! Coil! Ow! I was out of ink! Oh no! What have I done? Oh, we got an AFK. Squiddies. Squids.
Okay, now I'm back.
No! How dare you! You can't be back! You can't be back!
You quit from my team.
I didn't quit, it just kicked me.
That still counts.
I think I lost this match.
You still can't get rid of me that easy.
I got with a team that I was actually doing pretty good and they still, I'm pretty sure, lost. Yeah. I need you.
Oh dear.
I was with Squishy and Squishy failed me, I think. I don't know. You can't see the scores. I had 10 kills!
Didn't we play with Squishy yesterday?
I think maybe. Though, you gotta admit, there's probably multiple people with the name Squishy.
Another comment. The Lego Batman movie looks great.
Oh man. Which we were just discussing today about how you haven't seen the Lego movie, which you now need to if you want to see the Lego Batman movie because it's the same Batman.
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that kind of continuity.
You don't know. I think it's just a, you know, taking that ridiculous Batman. Anyway, you ready to join?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, join! Also, I became a villain while you were gone. With the line, "You can't kill me without dying."
You know, I walked in and I heard that one line and then I walked out. So now I'm on a team with Razmataz, Dark Fairy, and Sweetberry.
I've got a Tony and a Stephen B. And a Jewel. Also,
Just tying into our earlier conversation, I think my teammates would all make reasonable pony names.
Oh my. Also, imagine if we ended up versus each other.
Oh god. That would be the ultimate irony. For one brief second, I thought it was about to happen.
I like how you can't actually usually finish this music game. Because it's too long. Does it even have scores?
What?
The music beat game. Jewel. Whoops. Wait, you're not dead! I'm against a Brosif. Oh, I fell through the grate. Oh, that's great. Squids are squids are squiddy are squiddy squiddy squids. I can't stop making this stupid joke.
But it works.
You work.
That's harsh, man.
Make any good business monies today, sir?
It's Saturday.
I do love playing the human stock market. You know what? Also, I wasn't paying attention. I think I'm actually... yeah, I'm against a Marie team.
What color are they?
Blue.
Then that's a Marie team.
Thunder Squids.
Thunder Squids.
Thunder Squids. I don't know why they came to mind just now, but Thunder Squids sounds right.
They have sight beyond sight with their echolocation.
No, they're just Thunder Squids. Squids. You know what? Forget it.
I guess we could call that echolocation beyond echolocation.
No, just squids.
I don't know, man.
Come back here. Come back here. Ah, I fell for it. Also, I shouldn't have been fighting their base because...
Sacrificing strike at the last second.
Squids are squiddy, squids are squiddies. I'm running out of time to save this. I need to kill all the squids. Squids, gotta kill the squids.
Is this still an E-rated game?
No, they explode into gore.
Chaz says, Vulture is confirmed as the villain in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Huh. Oh yeah, I forgot. They got Spider-Man back. So now they can just finally make a Spider-Man movie without, you know, deciding to just redo his backstory over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, I hit, yeah, whoops. I forgot I'm not with the best squids.
Well, then I'll go find some subpar squids of my own.
You are a subpar squid.
Like Ed and Eslabon 4 and Troc.
Oh.
Maybe that's Troke.
Man, I used to play so much DDR. Wait a second. Oh, okay, that's a Cali fangirl. I was gonna say, there's someone on the enemy team named Kyle. I got worried for a second there that it happened. This is happening! No.
You can't swim against the stream midstream. In the middle of a stream?
You're in the middle of a stream. Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
I always have to go up this way because it's the only way I can make my gun useful. You done messed up! Oh, I done messed up!
You messed up the moment you didn't leave that tea.
You messed up the moment you were born.
Yeah.
Oh!
Trying to make up for it, you know?
What did you do? Do you have a tragic backstory where your real mother is dead?
I hope not.
Oh, but that would be great for our company. People love a pity story.
I mean, this is how pop bands work, right?
You're a pop band. See, that's how it works. Wow.
Well, if I only knew something about how to write music.
I wish I did too.
I still haven't seen that.
What?
I still haven't seen that tutorial of yours.
Oh, you mean the dudes I linked? Or the one dude at least? Who is really good at teaching? I need to actually
You've
watch...
talked about him, you've never actually linked him.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought I did. Huh.
Otherwise I would have it in a note somewhere.
I swear I linked him. Michael New, I believe is his name. He seems really chill, so...
Oh gosh. The team I'm up against is curb stomping the team that I'm on.
My team is all, like, stuck in the center. I splatted Kyle! He's wearing my hat. How dare he? It's not even a hat.
What about my hat?
You know what? I'm actually gonna switch equipment because I want to look a little more fresh than this.
That's fine.
I look like a dumb squid.
You look like a dub squid?
Dumb squid? I wish. I could look like a dumb squid. Are you squidding?
Squid, 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 squiddy, squiddy, squid, 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 squiddy, squiddy, squid, 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 squiddy, squiddies, squiddies. Every time this song happens, I squid.
Oh, I fell off the map! No! I was needed! No! Oh, I think we still won, maybe? Oh yeah, we won. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be alright.
I'm not sure what this comment is. What's the best and worst MCU movie? To which I would only have to ask, what is MCU?
Is that Marvel Comic Universe? I don't know.
Could be Marvel Comic Universe.
I mean, he was talking about Spider-Man's. Oh wait, I'm just gonna switch it. Oops.
I think it's the one where the hero did that thing and they beat that villain.
Lols. Let's see, what would
Some
be?
stuff happened in between. There was a kiss somewhere.
I will be the freshest squid on the block. Squids. 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 Bo 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 bo.
Okay, I'm back at the screen.
I will be there.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Marvel
Okay.
Cinematic Universe. Duh, why am I so stupid? This one looks, well, I already got that. I don't want more of
Hey, when I saw MCU, I was thinking Minecraft Ultra or something.
I was thinking, I know, MC is just sort of forever associated with that now for me. Oh gosh, what would be good? I don't need that much. You know what? I'll take this. Because it's similar, but not quite the same. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, join!
Oh, you cut out and I didn't hear anything but join.
Oh. Well, that may have done it. I'm with Salt.
I got TV Boy.
Crabmaster, Matt Jacob Salt. Matt Jacob Salt sounds like a name. What in the world is this bug that just flew in? Wait, is that a...
By the way, there's a thunderstorm going on out where I am, so I may at some point like suddenly lose power and cut off. If that happens, then don't wait for me.
Holy crap. Guess what just flew on my desk?
What?
A native stink bug.
Oh,
I mean, it's fine. It's a baby. And it just flew away. Bye. I can't do much about that right now.
I don't like stink bugs.
I'm so desensitized to them because they're everywhere. I mean, I forget. Were we having problems with them while you were here?
Not consistently or anything. There was just like 1 or 2 times where there was a few of them in inconvenient places, and I did not like the look of them.
They're brown and ugly and everything, yeah. This is... The native ones are green. And I was actually a little surprised to see one. You know, it's actually pretty bad because I'm so desensitized to them. Though this year I just realized, where'd they all go? I think it got too hot, or they finally got rid of the infestation because they're not native. Uh-oh, the enemy team's missing someone. Guess I'm squid crafting.
Ha. What the?
What?
Okay, let's see if I can explain what just happened. I am in the kelp dome,
Yeah?
and I went to cover some area on our side and everything, and I go over a ramp to go into kind of their territory, and I see enemy ink shooting at me from behind. So it's like someone got into our side and was shooting at me before it felt like they should have been able to.
I decided to stop squid crafting for at least a moment because another guy decided to do the same thing I was gonna do. Which means there's some kind of, like, decency in this community. I mean, what? Yeah, he's just squid crafting, so...
It could have been a lag thing, but I thought that guy swam through our ink. It's like the, what's it called? The echolocator was on him, so I could see what he was doing. And it looked like he just swam straight through our ink. I'm having tough times without you, man.
Alright. Oh, Salt joined the battle, I guess. No, he's still squid crafting a bit. Pretty much, when the other team's down a person, you really just shouldn't, like, be aggressive towards them because you can always just squid craft. Oh! Yeah, we're losing now. I think we should actually play. We just don't take it seriously at all. When there's just... Oh yeah, easy victory. Oh man.
Squids.
What time is it?
For you, it's 11:20.
Oh, okay. So, maybe another like 40 minutes for you, or what? Or more?
I think If we say 40 minutes, that's probably totally reasonable.
Okay. Because that's usually when we end on our normal days.
Yeah. I can still sleep reasonably tonight and tomorrow if I do that.
Or can you?
I can try.
The wild gold wonders if he will wake up ever again. Ever.
Great, now I'm all depressed.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, join!
The wild gold wonders what he will eat for breakfast. He wonders if he will ever be able to play Splatoon with his friend ever again. Because this Splatfest is mean. And
I
just
have someone
decides...
named Gold Josh on my team.
And all it gives his friend Crabmaster is people such as Jan and Seba and Speedy. Because this is apparently the DC universe.
By the way, what I've realized recently... Oh, hi. I've got a Marie team, including someone just named Chad. No, I've realized recently, DC Universe has better, like, shows, but the Marvel Universe has better movies. Like, I really do like that, the Flash show that I think you watched. A really spoilery episode while you were here. I mean, what?
Yeah, I watched like one episode of each thing you were watching.
Yeah. But I really wish the Arrow would go back to what it used to be. It used to be good. And now it's just Felicity and friends. Oh my gosh. I think the episode you watched while you were here was like one of the worst, too, about that.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, if I recall right, will you hear the episode that, like, she had to deal with the drama of having her father of her divorced mother?
Yeah.
I mean, no, her father who was divorced from her mother, and they had to like put their differences aside to stop 15,000 nukes from destroying the world.
Yep.
It's like, why? Why you ruin such a, like, cool, like, horrible situation with drama? Oh, yeah, Scoob!
I have no idea if either of us will have an opinion on this one. The chat message says, people think Suicide Squad will be good, and I just laugh.
You know, Suicide Squad's interesting. The latest trailer actually looks a lot better than the early ones. And I think I'm gonna reserve judgment for when I've actually watched it, which will probably end up watching it. It'll probably like be at least okay, maybe. It might be a little cringy. I don't know. It depends on what they actually do with it. I think they were actually trying to do things to actually like fix the problems that people were noting. I don't know. Either way, like generally, I don't know. It's a good example of how important good marketing is. Because the first trailers were cringy. Like, ugh. They're a little rough, eh? And the latest one actually looked like an action movie trailer, so maybe it'll be fine. So, I don't know. It's... either way, I can't condone what they did to the Joker. What have you done? Like, even the dark versions of the Joker didn't look as edgy as that. He just gets worse with every movie iteration, I swear. You know, it's funny because a lot of people try to defend it a bit also with the concept that, oh, it's a little bit more like the comics. The comics were dark like this. But everybody also admits that they think the cartoon Jokers were the best. Like, I felt like the original trailer, there was nothing Joker about that Joker, aside from the fact that he was Joker.
Well, I mean, I've seen characters who were supposed to be Joker who just weren't, so... just having the name does not make you the character.
What's tattooed on his forehead? Disturbed or something stupid? or broken or.
That comment says Mark Hamill Joker is best though.
Yeah. By the way, you ready?
No, I need a net.
Okay. I'll use the rest. Well, while you're there, I'll use the restroom really quick. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
mute my
joined another
microphone.
game by mistake.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back. Did I miss anything?
Next chat message is, actually, can you see it since you're not in the middle of a game?
Oh yeah, what am I thinking? Sorry about that. Oh man, if this was recorded in stereo, people would be really liking their right ear right now, I think. Sorry, I'm leaning over the microphone so I'm not centered with it. Come on, switch tabs, faster! Oh wait, you know what? My computer probably went screen saver, so that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's talking about Mark Hamill. Yeah. At some point during the stream I dropped a couple frames, no more than 2 seconds. But yeah.
Huh.
But no, yeah. So the Batman animated series. You know, I'm gonna go to the plaza while I wait on you instead of just being here. So the Batman the animated series. I think I've only watched like 2, maybe 3 seasons of it so far. I want to watch more once we're done watching Bleach and Inuyasha.
Okay, so it, I can actually probably figure out a little bit of where you are. Because the animated series has 3 seasons that are, like, what I will call the classic style, and then it took a kind of break, and when it came back it switched its art style, and it had 1 season in the new art style, and then the Justice League shows and all started to come in after that.
So I can say one thing, I've been introduced to Robin, of course.
Yep,
and
yep.
I think I was just introduced to the League of Assassins.
Okay, so you're probably in season 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking season 2, either like I finished it or midway into it, or I don't.
Because, like, when you finish season 3, there's a number of episodes in a row where it's like, they know the show is going to end soon, so they conclude the stories.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's sort of open-ended concluding the stories, so it's like, yeah, of course the villain could come back, but if this was the last time you saw them, it would be fantastic, which it was. So I could ask you some of those episodes if you'd seen them, and you'd know immediately if you had.
I'm trying to remember what the last episode we watched was. I think if I recall the plot of it, there was like this woman he was working with to escape like a castle that was like exploding or something. So I think he was trying to get like some sort of massive weapon that had been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happened at the end was like she double crosses him and goes to steal it, but then him being Batman had already planned for that, and I think like her jet explodes or something. I don't even remember. I think that was the last episode I watched. It may have
Yeah,
not been.
I'm ready, by the way.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I remember it right, the one you're talking about, the woman ended up being Talia. Does that sound right?
Vaguely, yeah. By the way, 3.
And that means you haven't even seen Raish's introductory episode yet.
Raish?
Raish Al Ghul.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
That's how they do in this series.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's Ra's al Ghul in
Yeah, jury's out.
in the shoot, my brain just exploded. Anyway, okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Anyway, no, yeah, so I think the episode ends with his reveal.
Yeah, which that episode I don't even think I'd seen in a while because it just skipped right to where he was introduced, the two-parter that he's introduced in, and it's good stuff.
Like, it's right at the end of the episode, I'm pretty sure that we see him. But, anyway, no, yeah, so the Joker in the animated series was going to be the topic, though. Oh my gosh, he's so good. like honestly, it's like the perfect way to present a dark character like that, if you ask me. Well, not a perfect, but a really good way to present it. Because, like, there's one distinct scene I always remember. That's like a really great example of how dark but funny he could be. Where there was like a town hall meeting or something, so like pretty much all the important people are there, right?
Yep.
And like a cake is wheeled into the room by Harley Quinn, like dressed up as someone or something. And like I think he pops out of the cake first of all and introduces himself.
That's kind of silly right away.
But then like something's well, maybe he pops out after the people in the hall or something are sprayed with a paralyzing spray.
Yep.
Pretty much everybody in the hall is paralyzed, and he places down a bomb. So,
Right.
in like conceptually, like the understanding of what's going on there, it's easy to understand. This is terrifying. These people are watching their death, pretty much. But
Yeah.
he does like such a good job, like being funny. Heck, I think there's even like one of those little spray flowers on his vest that he does something with. I don't even know. I can't quite entirely remember how it went, but it was pretty good. I'm gonna just annoy the base. Sorry.
But yeah, the only other Joker I know that can compare to the animated series Joker is, what was the year? Is the 1980 some Batman movie? Like the first one of the 4 that came out?
Oh, it's been a while since I've watched those ones. Remember there were some pretty good, like, live-action Batmans for a little while? Not like the craziest things ever, but, yeah.
I think it was Jack Nicholson, and he's like another fantastic actor, just like Mark Hamill is, so he played a pretty fantastic Joker.
You know, okay, so, you know the really, really bad, well-known bad, live-action Batman, the one with, like, the Bat credit card and, Arnold's,
Batman and Robin, right?
Yeah, wasn't that also the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as...
as Mr. Freeze.
As Mr. Freeze. One of the things I feel really bad about that movie, and Arnold being in it, is all things considered, I really like his part as Mr. Freeze. Like,
you know, it's funny. My mom and brother and I watched through all 4 of those live-action Batman movies.
yeah?
Batman and Robin is not the worst of them. Definitely not.
You know, it is entertaining. As bad as it is entertaining.
Oh, it is.
Partially
yeah, it's like,
because of how bad it is, but, like, the plot is horribly paced. They put too many characters at once, kind of deal. Like,
Yeah.
it would have probably been better if they had focused on one villain.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess they just felt like with their hour and a half they could afford to do more than one or something, and it didn't
Yeah.
work out all that great.
Yeah.
And another problem, at least with the first 3 movies, is or the second and the third rather, not the first movie. First movie is about Joker, of course. Well, the second and third movie, they were trying to recreate Joker without Joker.
Oh, gosh.
I think Joker might have been dead already. I
But-
can't remember if he died in the movie or not.
By the way, you ready?
I need like 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'll just go with the plot then. No, yeah. I think one of the reasons why I was okay with Mr. Freeze in that.
Now I'm ready.
Oh, that was quick. No, no, excuse me. 1 second. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Anyway, first of all, he's entertaining in the way he's presented. Still,
I
not.
got Mom on my team.
I got a Mystic Bell. But, no, yeah, so, yeah, he's entertaining, first of all. He gives me that cartoony feel, but he does a pretty good job of, like, showing the frustrations of the Mr. Freeze character, which, of course, came from Batman the Animated Series, so...
Yeah, this was the era where the movies were getting more childlike and the animated series was getting more adult-like.
Because the Animated Series invented his backstory, being as dark as it is.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, I see another person who we played with yesterday, but I can't pronounce the name because it's all punctuation.
You know why I'm gonna miss Splatfests? Region
Yep.
locking.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just reminded me how many of them are just Japanese characters. By the way, anything in the chat?
What was that?
Oh, I was asking if there was anything in the chat before your game started.
ATB left, but that was... So I guess he didn't
okay.
get to hear all the cool conversation about Joker and whatnot.
Yeah, we had like a 4th viewer, so I don't know if someone... Oh wait, that would be Desiree probably listening in. I forget who it was, but I had someone for a while pretty much fell asleep to my streams.
Oops.
Like, not accidentally, that was like their
Oh.
intention, was to listen to it until they fall asleep.
My brother does that with some of the people he likes to listen to.
Certain people are very calmed by my voice depending on the game I'm playing. It's actually kind of interesting. A lot of people think... Okay, so a thing that I can't understand as the person talking is that people think my voice is nice and deep and silky smooth. At least some people do. So it's one of those things where I don't understand it because, you know, you don't really hear yourself as yourself.
Right, right.
Oh my gosh, everything's shaking. But, no, yeah, so... Freeze! Chill!
What else was I gonna say? In the Justice League series, there's it uses the same Joker for the time that it's allowed to use the Joker, which weird stories there.
It's a bit in the future and whatnot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's an episode where he's got 5 minions, 10 Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. Who, fun fact, they're voiced by the Teen Titans actors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was like that was kind of the final thing that made me say, okay, yeah, these 2 series are so different that they're never actually going to have a crossover. This is the closest they're coming to it.
Which, funny enough, I'm pretty sure the Batman series and Teen Titans had crossovers or references at least to in Static Shock.
Okay, so
Oh, I've started something, haven't I? I've not
Yes.
actually watched through Static Shock, but Dan has, and I want to do it at some point.
So there's a Teen Titans comic where Batman from the Batman appears in a silhouette briefly because There are two reasons. First off, same guy did the Batman and Teen Titans. Second, he thought that was going to be like the most current Batman that kids would recognize. I think it was a little bit self-indulgent, but be that as it may. Second, before Teen Titans was really fleshed out, Static Shock did have Batman mention one and said to Static, "You'll meet them someday."
Also, on top of it, I'm pretty sure there was like, he asked him, "Where's Robin?" And he's like,
He's with the Titans.
with the Titans.
Who? You'll meet them someday.
Yeah, that whole set of quotes. I think that's how it. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I remember. Man, we got
Originally,
crushed.
Static was supposed to have a crossover with the Teen Titans, but when it got developed and they saw that it was going to be so completely different, they switched it to a Justice League crossover.
Oh, cool.
And then Static appeared in Justice League Unlimited in a future scenario,
Okay.
which is cool.
Which, disappointingly, Dan just watched through Justice League and Justice League Unlimited on his own, so I'll have to watch that on my own if I want to check it out. I've only
But
seen
yeah, what I was going to go
episodes.
back to with that episode with the Joker and the 5 minions there, I just remember a moment toward the end of part 1, I think, where he reveals what he's really going after. Because, like, for the first 20 out of 22 minutes, it looks like he's just televising what they're doing, and he's sending them on kind of random things to do. And he's talking about how things are going in his silly kind of Joker way, like about how his ratings are going to be so good and everything. You can laugh with Joker as this is happening because you know that this is a different world. You're not really connected with it, so the stuff he does is funny to him, and you can just kind of laugh along with it because he's being funny while he does it. And then in the last 2 minutes when he reveals what the real plan is and how he has set up for it, it is chilling. And it's just on a dime that he switches from funny Joker to evil Joker.
By the way, you
I
ready?
really like the way they do that.
You ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, join. I remember there was one of the funniest stupid Joker plots in the Batman animated series.
I'm on a team with Bonehead.
Whoops. I got Katrina. One of the...
Got a Japanese character's name.
Oh my. No, stupidest plot I think he ever had was where he,
I got kicked.
he, like, spread a disease into the fish, so they'd all have, like, the Joker face.
Yeah, the laughing fish.
The laughing fish. And then, what was the thing he was gonna do? He was gonna, like, sue everyone for royalties?
Right.
And then he got really angry at the person at the office when he couldn't, and because his whole plan relied on laws he didn't understand. It was so dumb.
This is how Joker works. He's not going to do a crime that will hurt people unless it's funny.
Alright. What was I gonna say? Also, what you were mentioning about the Teen Titans voice cast, doing the
It's so funny because if you see that episode, you immediately recognize the 3 boys as their voice actors.
Certainly.
The 2 girls sound completely different.
Which is weird because isn't it just like, what? At least for the one, it's just Tara Strong. Oh yeah, for Raven, and she doesn't have different voices. She just uses that same one.
Well, she has voices that are different from each other, but she's got a limited number of them.
That's the thing. It's just, just being unenthusiastic, and then you got your Raven, and that's how she works.
Yeah, well, the character was not like, it wasn't the same, low energy style as Raven. It was, when she finally did talk, she emoted, so.
Oh, okay, interesting. Which, I think Teen Titans implied that she embraced, like, her inner emotion characters a bit more when she grew up. Because remember, she's got that whole weird, like, multiple personality disorder kind of weirdness to her.
Yeah,
where,
it was
like,
actually kind of a cool way that they told us some things, but not everything with that.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I remember there was the episode where I think it's like Beast Boy gets sent to the future, and he
Yeah,
sees everyone.
Starfire.
Oh, it's Starfire gets sent to the future? Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's her, and I remember. Oh gosh, so I got it. For some reason, I got it mixed up because Beast Boy has a lot of episodes with him on his
Yeah.
own. Or at least a couple episodes. No, yeah, I remember now. What I'm remembering is Beast Boy was just a circus animal, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it was really sad. Poor Cyborg, though, of all people, stuck on that generator, unable to leave the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Although, I guess, small criticism, until suddenly he can.
Well, I think it was also a bit of a motivation thing, because he was, like, really depressed, so he didn't bother.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
And,
like he had all this time to think, and maybe he figured out what to do, but he didn't really have a reason to.
Yeah, he, like, finally decided, you know what? I used to be so good at tech. Why don't I just fix my problems? Oh, I mean, what? Yeah,
It's kind of like if I get stuck on an issue with my programming, and I leave it alone, and I come back to it a while later, and it's like, you know what? This is easy.
No, yeah, so, what was I gonna say about the Teen Titans and the voice actors? Oh yeah, so one of the things people seem to, like, they don't want to accept is the fact that the voice actors seem to enjoy their Teen Titans Go parts. Like, the guy who does Cyborg, I can never remember his name. I can never remember.
I never actually learned any of their names, so
Yeah, I
don't feel
mean-
too bad.
I hardly look at voice actor names. I just know characters. It's so bad of me, but I know. But anyway, no, yeah, he seems incredibly enthusiastic for that part, just because he gets to do the voice and just say the stupidest stuff. You know, as much as people hate that show, there are a couple moments that I find absolutely hilarious. One of, you know, it's easily hateable, but one of my favorite things is that their version of Batman is just the stupidest version of Batman,
Oh boy.
because it's pretty much, he doesn't do anything. He just, I think all the scenes I've seen him, he just has this stupid laugh. Like,
Oh no.
he just kind of chuckles at things. I think one of the scenes I remember is they tried to prank him, like, by, like, defacing a statue at Wayne Manor. Like,
Sure.
they thought he would be super offended by it, but he just started laughing at it. You know what? It's one of those funny things that he's presented just like a cop, like a donut-eating cop almost. Him and Alfred just in his Batmobile, watching things happen. It's so stupid. I think the joke, the reason why they made him such a joke is because of the joke that Robin looks up to him so much. So yeah, it's just silly parody stuff. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
I will say this. Well, let me ask you this, since you know the series a little bit better than I do. Does Teen Titans Go consider itself to be, like... Does it consider Teen Titans to be part of its continuity?
Oh, no! No, it
Okay.
does not. It is
Okay.
literally just straight up parody through and through of the DC universe.
Okay, good.
To the-
Good, because there's a moment from, like, the end of the first season of Teen Titans that would be made so very sad if this were true.
Okay.
Because it's where Slade tries to say to Robin that someday you'll look up to me like a father. Robin says, I already have a father, as we see, like, flash of lightning bats flying around. And it's just implied.
Well, he does still kind of jokingly treat him like a father. in
Yeah, but
Teen
I'm just
Titans Go.
thinking, like, if this is the guy you were talking about during that dramatic moment, that dramatic moment has just died.
We'll just consider it Batman stopped caring finally. You know what? You know, okay, so the thing about it, though, is, like, the closest it's gotten to being canon is there's the stupidest scene in, like, the first season or something, where pretty much the entirety of the plot is everybody's trying to get Robin to remove his mask because he never does. And so he's explaining to them why he won't even show them his mask. And he's like, I won't let that happen. Not after what happened to the previous Teen Titans. And it cuts away to a clip that I'm not even sure if it was like actually like reanimated or if it was just like an edit from the old series where it's him saying, and here's what I look like without my mask, and you see like a view from behind him as he like pulls his arms away, and then because his secret identity has been revealed, missiles just blow up the Teen Titans tower. Now, the writers making this joke are very conscious that there's no reason why any villains wouldn't know where the tower is, and thus why his secret identity is of no consequence. I just like the implication that this is just, like, the actual, like, I like the implication that this is, like, probably some whole villain's, like, the effect of some villain who, like, turned the world into chaos or something. From what it originally was. And that, like, this is actually the original Robin as the only bit of canon to it. The other Teen Titans are all dead, and this is, like, some attempt at cloning them.
Oh, gosh.
But at the same time, because, you know, Robin's the only one actually determined to fight crime, it seems.
Oh, is that right?
Like, they're all just stupid. So it's just like, he's probably just gotten tired of trying over the years, and that's why he's gone crazy. Similar to how you could consider the new Sonic to be at the point where Eggman has given up and he's senile now because his plots are even worse than ever. I'm against a dynamo roller who keeps killing me. But, yeah, Teen Titans Go is the stupidest thing ever. It's got a lot of just bad episodes, but it does have some pretty key, funny things that I did enjoy when I was watching it.
Sure. It's just like one of those shows that you get the best of clips and
you're good to go
yourself.
Yeah, it's not really like, in my opinion, it's, even though it's got some like fun episodes, it's not like The Amazing World of Gumball where I realized, hey, this show actually is pretty funny and worth watching entire episodes. This is more, it's got like 3 or 4 episodes, and then you're good to go. No, what? Like you could really tell it's just parody. By the way, you ready? Or, oh, I guess not. Because there's even like an episode where they go to Starfire's planet like they did in the original series, but they play up the incredibly hostile nature of it so far. Like, I'm pretty sure to the point where when the Teen Titans initially exit the spaceship they took to the planet, everybody but Starfire just starts dying immediately due to the atmosphere or something.
Well, that's silly. It probably isn't too far from what the planet was like originally, but it's still funny.
Tell me when you're ready, by the way.
I need just a moment. I'm on the results screen.
So,
you know how the results screen can be.
Yeah. Shoot. I felt like there was more I could have said about this series. Either way, the series is dumb. It's not really worth watching, but it's got a couple funny bits.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
This will probably be my last one for the night, and sure enough, this will
Alrighty.
probably be the one where it puts us in together.
Yep.
You could set your watch by it.
Oh boy. One thing people did like about Teen Titans Go was it had a ridiculous amount of like DC references just in the background.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've heard about that.
Oh, you know what's one thing about the show? You can know how conscious you can know how conscious the writers are about how much people hate the show. By the fact that there's an episode where it's like this like their number one fan, who is of course a 12-year-old,
Yep.
who
I've
I
seen those
think
clips.
isn't there a line in the episode where he likes the original Teen Titans more or something?
Yeah, I've seen the clip, and it's like Robin doesn't believe that they have a fan. So it's like, okay, which one do you like better? Our wacky adventures, he's like smiling, kind of trying to make it seem as positive as possible, or just a poster of the original Teen Titans, he's all glum, the original. Kid immediately points to the old one.
And isn't he like really disappointed? Like Robin really disappointed by it? Or
Yeah, I told ya.
Oh!
That's what I thought.
So and then apparently there was a with the new Powerpuff Girls there was a mashup episode.
Right, I remember seeing the ad for that. I don't know anything about it.
If I recall from seeing a clip or two of it, there was I believe when they were going to the Teen Titans universe, it was Mojo Jojo went to like take it over or something, because it's a universe where heroes don't save people,
Oh.
or the heroes are just incompetent or something along those lines, is the description that it's given. Man. Of course, I think my favorite episode, out of like the 3 good ones, I mean, what? is still the serious episode.
Ah, that one.
You did watch that, right?
I didn't watch it, but I know exactly what it is.
Oh, it was so good. It's like, we have to start acting serious, and then they become ultra edgy. Ultra edgy. So bad. You know, it's funny because the internet doesn't want to believe there's anything redeemable about things they hate.
Yeah.
When I'm more like along the lines of I still hate it, but hey, I did like a couple things, right?
Sometimes you just gotta acknowledge when something you don't like did something right.
Like pixel art. I mean, what?
I mean,
Oh man, the controversy I just started.
I know I've told you this before, but I could go on for hours describing everything I like and everything I don't about Avatar: The Last Airbender. And it would be roughly equal on both sides.
And most of that is like the last season, right? I mean, what?
The last season, I remember I tried making a top 10 list at some point of things that I did like and things I didn't. And the last season was its own thing on that list. Because, yeah, it got a lot wrong.
Yeah, it was, I will admit, the way, like, okay, you know what? Legend of Korra made that last season feel worse.
Oh gosh.
Because, you know, the whole thing about only the Avatar can take away your powers. Well, that's the whole thing of the villain of the first season of Korra. Is, like, he was taking away Bender powers, and I think she gained the ability to give them back. I think was like a thing at the end.
I think I heard about that.
So
and I got to say no, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I'm done Splatoon tonight too. But I think the messed up part about it is there's this stupid scene where like he finally manages to do it to her. And like she loses her powers, and it's like there's a dramatic scene, and then like In a moment of dramaticness, she gains her powers! Because part of the plot with the show is, while she's a very powerful bender, in that first season, she was both, well, okay, like, best I can say is, when comparing her to Aang, who learned it really quickly because of, you know, the tasks at hand, for a girl who, you know, had all the time in the world and I think had learned like 2 of them when she was young, she, like, was really bad at mastering them up until the events of the show. And the way she gained the, like, final ones or whatever, the way she masters it is just, like, so ex machina.
Yeah. Looking around the plaza, someone has a post that says Team Cuttlefish and a good picture of Captain Cuttlefish doing the peace victory sign.
Queen of Salt. I love it.
Splats for the Splat gods. Or, with these hands I will fight for my queen. I always have fun seeing just how much fun people have with Splatfest, no matter what the topic is.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to draw anything. I'm a little sad, but whatever.
Well, we'll see what happens when they announce the results. Maybe you'll get to do a victory post or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Tora actually drew like a full like piece of art for it, so if you like check Twitter, I think I retweeted that.
I don't remember it offhand.
He also did make
You probably showed it to me at some point.
I don't think I linked it. You know, it's funny. Like, he's Team Callie. I thought he was Marie, but I guess he's Callie. You know, either Squid Sister, you have good taste. You know what?
Yes. I must be tired because in the center of the plaza, there's that respawn looking thing with the 2 arrows pointing at each other. And I'm just squid form swimming.
Oh my gosh!
Those arrows.
You did that too? That's how I ended my last stream.
Oh.
With like the screen rotating while I swim. There we go.
Friends too long, good sir.
I'm out racing my camera rotation. Oh gosh, I just remembered that that Gurren Lagann parody I wanted to make. The middle of this plaza is perfect for what I want to do. Squid power! Spiral beings. Also, like, have you, I forget if they've been released already, but, I still wonder if you, like, have to be a lot of jokes with having the Squid Sisters in the Amiibo box. Just because it's like, oh man, my very own Squid Sister! No, what? Also, I found out you can squid core up to get from this area. It's so dumb. I love
What
it.
area? I watched the stream a while ago, but I didn't refresh it.
Oh, if you want to, like, open the stream back up,
Let's try reloading it.
it's just something silly I just noticed. If you, tell me when you see. You got the stream up?
It's loading.
Oh, okay.
Loading. I see you swimming in a circle in kind of the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so if I jump up here, I can get up here. Oh, I fell. Oh no. There. Come on. There we go.
The really sad part is that I can hear you saying this at one pace, but it's going to take me 20 seconds to actually see what you're talking about.
I know.
Okay, that's a good trick.
Yeah, I still wish I could jump onto the stage.
Oh, man.
Why can't we get that privilege like the person in the comic did?
Because we didn't save the world from DJ Octavian. Wait. Let's say hashtag Pokemon Red.
I think I saw one that said that, yeah. Also, I like how there's all these little poles around that have, Splatfest stuff on them.
Yeah, I love that.
Just, these aren't here normally, so I don't think they're here.
Yeah. I really like the effect that they do with the neon light signs, how they convert a post into...
Okay, look into the sky behind the, the weird, dog woofy thing.
Oh gosh.
It's just flaming in the sky, a
If you
post.
do the first person mode, you can see exactly what the post that it's based on was.
Sadly drawn posts, okay, yeah, it takes a moment to actually see it, but usually, text posts, or not text posts, but, you know, just text looks best.
Yeah.
Do it for her.
Ah.
I love it. Yeah, Team Pokemon Red. You're a little behind, buddy.
Pokemon Red, Cuttlefish, we got all kinds of renegades out here.
So, this will be the last Splatfest? Man, that feels weird. Hopefully I win. No, what? Because I don't want to have to afford sea snails. You get so...
Maybe there will be a new way to gather them after this.
Maybe. Okay, so there's shirts left. I think I might have bought all the shoes, but I'm not sure.
I've been trying to buy out the clothing stores lately.
Yeah, yeah, the shoes was all owned items, so...
That's good.
So what's headgear and shirts I still seem to have a decent amount of.
I'm gonna go ahead and close my game.
Alrighty. I'll just equip whatever I grab. Oh wow, that's a weird looking cycling cap. Oops. Try that on. Oops. That doesn't look too bad. By the way, earlier, with my previous equipment, I was the greenest squid. Just 4,000 coins left. I don't think I can buy any good weapons. Yeah, I've got all the shoes. Oops. Yeah, I need more money for the rest of this stuff. I'm getting closer! I'm getting closer to owning everything in the game, but when there's a 17,000 coin splatling and 11,000 splatter scope and 12,000 and 14,000, 7,000, 16,000, 36,000 roller. Oh, it was that roller that people are killing me with. It's got the Seekers and the Killer Whale. Jeez. Well, a Dynamo roller does not need Seekers. That's gross. 26,000 for the Berry Splatter Shot. 18,000, 10,000. Jeez. These remixed ones are expensive.
Seems kind of needlessly so, too.
It kind of feels like I do like...
You know, they're not supposed to be just better.
I mean, I don't think they're, okay, I do see a lot of these days, so it does kind of feel like some of the item selections are better than the old versions. Like, for example, I've been seeing an increase in the Tempered Dynamo Roller, which has a Killer Whale and the Seeker, like I said. And that thing's nasty in battle, so... I like watching everybody be confused as I switch shops. That's probably killing the bitrate. I want to see this. 1 second. I'm just gonna keep that. I'm just gonna keep spamming that while I switch to my computer really quick. Let's go to Twitch. Oh, I forgot to pause my stream. What's that
As far
killing?
as I can tell, it's,
The bitrate seems fine. That's surprising.
yeah.
Usually, crazy pixels tend to be what makes everything go crazy. I'm gonna go to the plaza again and start spinning around to see how it looks. Hey! Oh, oh, I guess ATB appeared just now? Oh, my chat just caught up with me. So yeah, I'm about to, I'm literally just about to play Little Inferno in just a minute. I'm just, checking in on the stream. I just wanted to see how bad the quality looks when I spin the character around is all.
Little Inferno, it's Little Inferno just for me. I've got a fireplace that burns in 100 million degrees.
Oops, I'm hitting the wrong control stick. 1 second. What in the world? Sorry, I'm trying to run around the lobby with my 20-second delay. Oh gosh. Just running into the truck. There we go. Oh, look at that horrible bit rate. Oh, okay, it's not that bad actually. Streaming quality is pretty good. I expected that to be worse. Whatever. Let me re-pause the stream. Check my Twitter. Just silly stuff. Do I have the whole thing memorized? Probably not. Okay, so, okay, I need to exit Splatoon now. By the way, you'll have to tell me if the audio doesn't work. I'm gonna be playing the game on my gamepad, so I can actually see the chat now.